Alright, welcome back for the day 2 of week 2. So for today we're having some amazing matches coming up. First of all, we're gonna see LBM facing Sus today, so that's gonna be a huge one. We will have Sus hunting first, we will see the survivors of LBM playing first, and we're gonna see Red Church. How are we feeling about that?
Honestly, I can't wait to see LBM play because we honestly missed out on them during they came up on Dakoa and it was so sad
Oh
to
yeah.
not see them play out. So I was really excited to see how they do, and then complications. So I'm just excited to see how they'll play.
Yeah, no, me too. And I think that goes for a lot of people in here because, yeah, it's a shame we had to miss out on LBM in Call of Abyss 4. But it's got to be really exciting to see them play right now.
Exactly, because we'll get to see the potential we would have seen in Koa on here.
Yes, exactly. And especially since they're facing off against Sus. Sus already proved last week that they are not a team to mess with. They put up a great fight. So I cannot wait to see this matchup. I've been really excited about this one ever since this weekend. So yeah,
same. Starting off with a forward, Seer, Mech, Priestess comp. Kind of brutal for Wucheng on Red Church.
I would be somewhat surprised to see if they actually go Wucheng in the first round, because that's not something you see a lot.
Yeah,
I don't think...
typically you see Dream Witches. Yeah,
indeed. Or I was about to say maybe someone like Bonbon or Sculptor, and right as he switched. So no Wucheng, which is fair, especially since Richard is a smaller map. Is really good for a hunter like Bonbon though.
Yeah.
On the survivor side, we can see the Priestess, we can see a forward, a mechanic, and a Seer.
Oh.
Going Dream Witch at the very last second there.
Okay, just wanted to taunt us. Damn.
I mean... Yeah, it's kind of a classic start on the entry side, of course, with the Dream Witch. We do have the Seer and mechanic coming, so we do have to be very wary about that Cypher Rush.
Yeah. The Dream Witch is gonna need to snuff out the mech for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's not someone you want to have looking around for too long. Especially with this team comp, Priestess, having her portals, able to give a lot of support to her team. Same goes for the Seer, and the same, of course, goes for forward too.
Right.
So it will come down to how fast this Dream Witch can find the mechanic, and if the team can actually support this mechanic during her kite.
Yeah, because she's gonna need all the help she can, given her slow vaulting, pallet dropping. She's not gonna be able to last very long against a Dream Witch. Reception spawn. Okay. Head on out to mid broken.
Oh, that's not too bad of a spawn for the survivors. Running into the forward here very first.
Dropping the pallet for his safety makes sense.
Notices as the forward and now goes straight to Shack. Mechanic managed to drop the block there.
Oh no, Blood Trail's giving her away. Finds the
But we can already see the Priestess portals up there, so immediately going in with that support from the Priestess. That's a...
alright, Leech is knocked.
Nice job by the Dream Witch.
Yeah. Let's see here. She does have Patroller though, so she's just gonna catch up to her and bite her. And then soon after, the spawn's gonna follow right behind.
So it's likely going to be a fast down. However, the mechanic did manage to drop a bot off at Shack. Plus, she manages to do an amazing job guiding away from the bot. It's all the way on the other side of the map, so even if she gets shared here, she's able to
Exactly.
So nice early down for the Dream Witch, however, since the bot is out, and on the other side of the map, it's gonna be Dream Witch.
Ooh,
She cannot
smart move on
peacefully
Dream
get
Witch. Moving her towards Graveyard to the Seer. Yeah, Seer's gonna be forced off to go do another cipher. Can't do Graveyard now.
Not ideal. Priestess coming in. Nice early hit on the Priestess there.
That priest is gonna have to back up. She can't do the save.
There
Oh
goes.
wait, no, I see. Owl. All right. Yeah.
Gets the patroller on here. However, the good thing here is that the Owl is out of the game.
Yeah.
No double down though, so it's they are not in a bad position here. They can still finish the Graveyard Cipher if they manage to get away. Ooh, but here into the Seer and Priestess.
Leeches. Need to get that leech for sure.
Oh yes, if they do not manage to get the leech out of the way, it's gonna cause major problems.
Prevents the priestess from healing up. No, they can't heal her up in time. Good palette. Doesn't look like they're gonna save the mech. They're just gonna leave her on chair. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially considering the fact they had 4 ciphers remaining, they did manage to heal up the priestess, which is really important. However, they still do need to delete her, which something you do not want to wait too long with.
Looks like
did
bot
manage
pop
to finish
cipher.
Shack Cipher here. Ooh, that was close.
Yeah. So that leaves middle with forward, grave with seer, and I guess backgate or any other cipher. Seer getting leeched. Looks like he's gonna be the next kite. Ooh.
I mean, the survivors are still in a relatively good position. They only need to pop those last 2 ciphers. Seer doing a great job fighting away from the graveyard area here. He misses the blink though.
Yeah. Switches off a patroller onto blink. Good on Seer for dying away from the ciphers.
Yeah, great job there.
Prevents the Dream Witch from being able to crush her like at the start. Fawn does seem to be stuck at graveyard though.
Oh no!
Oh.
Tried to go for the stun, but he didn't get it.
Ooh, gets blink hit.
Ooh, that's rough. Because now that the forward is injured and the priestess already used her tide turner, getting that rescue off is gonna cost them a bit. Kiting away.
Kiting side by side between 2 leeches. This is really bad.
Oh, that
the terror
really
shot.
changed the game into the Hunter's favor. So now being shared on the graveyard side too.
And Seer has a leech, so he can't do much. He has to back away from everything.
The only one who can pretty much make a play is the priestess, but she has to be really careful here. They cannot afford to slip up and they. Seer trying to delete himself, but.
Sees the priestess. I don't think she's gonna save this before half.
Oh, she did!
Oh, she did!
Wow! I got the bottom
very
part off
close.
Too. Amazing rescue by the priestess. This does give them some more time to work with.
Could not go back through. Oh man. Going to break the portal. I think? No. Camping graveyard once more. They're dying on graveyard cipher. And it's so close.
They really need to get away from the cipher, but now that both Seer and Forward are injured.
Yeah.
And they cannot heal up as long as Forward has that leech on.
Leech removed.
The Dream Witch really doing a great job here.
Mm-hmm.
Had a
good blinks.
The survivors had a really good start there. With the mechanics still managing to finish that check cipher, but
Right.
they are in a really rough spot now because they cannot get away from that graveyard cipher.
Mm-hmm. Dream Witch knowing that it's primed or even close to prime and just keeping her main witch there the entire time. Good pressure.
Yeah, the Dream Witch is doing a great job not giving them any space to pop that cipher, which is what she wants here. Because forcing them to start a new cipher, especially in the situation they are in with people being injured, this is definitely starting to look like a 4-man.
Yeah. There goes the blink. Now that Seer picked himself up earlier, so he can't do it anymore. So that
Now
leaves the
just leaves
forward.
Yeah, and he's right there too. Still does have some football left, but this is not a great area to be in.
Exactly. Yeah, Dream Witch just knows that it's just the forward, so.
Now trying to mind game and develop there. There's really only so much the forward can do. He has to try and fight until the... Ooh, nice stun.
Oh,
Good stun. Oh
door
no.
block. Dude.
Oh, imagine if he
Man
juked his way
down.
out of that one. That would have been... Oh, that would have been something. But sadly did not manage to do so. And great job by Sus for turning that match around.
Yeah.
Because I was actually thinking that LBM may pull through with maybe a tie at some point. Getting the pressure on the graveyard cipher, consistently cherrying them on the cipher and such, it really cost them the game. So yeah, great job by Sus for doing that. However, LBM of course put up a great game, especially in the earlier bits. Great job, but you know, it's Dream Witch, and this is what you see a lot with Dream Witch, is getting that 4-man elimination in the first round. So you know, it's a rough spot they were in, but really well played on both sides.
Yeah, good map control on Sus. Making sure to capitalize off of their weak spots.
So I'm curious to see what LBM is gonna fight back with, because we have some more great hunters coming up.
So, yeah.
Is this gonna be another 4-man, and will they tie these rounds? That would be really fun to see though. And I am fairly sure that they can make it happen. Fairly sure that they can make it happen. But you know, I'm not gonna make any predictions so far. So let's just see what they're gonna pull through. We'll be right back at you. Alright, and we are back with the second round. So right now we will start off with some tea hunting for LBM and the Cyrus of Sus playing this round. So basically what needs to happen here is LBM needs a 4-man elimination if they want to tie these rounds. Which is rough. It puts a lot of pressure on the hunter, but on the other hand, I don't think it's nothing they cannot deal with.
Yeah, it's not impossible.
However, we have also seen the Survivor Sus pull out some really good plays last week, so, you know, they might actually be able to pull through. Anything can happen here. We just have to see what's gonna happen, to be honest.
Mechanic banned to prevent Cypher Rush.
I mean, it's a smart ban, of course. Mechanic is probably the ban we've seen most so far, for good reason. Because even if you manage to get rid of the mechanic early on, that bot still causes a lot of problems because she can just continue to decode from the chair. And like we saw last round too, they still managed to pop 3 ciphers fairly quickly. They were close to popping that graveyard cipher, so they were really close towards a tie situation. Even though the mechanic got down fairly quickly. So mechanic is definitely an understandable ban.
Oh yeah.
So we do see an Explorer coming in.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody decides not to pull out the Druid here, Explorer would actually can be very valuable. So we'll see LBM standing on the X-Boy for now. I would be surprised if they actually play X-Boy in the first round. I don't think we've seen that so far.
I mean, hey, if you can pull it off, you can pull it off.
Oh yeah, definitely. Would be really fun to see though. Oh, going with the X-Boy for the first round.
Oh, exciting. Can't wait to see what plays he does.
Yeah, definitely. Especially because, and we saw that, I think yesterday with the X-Boy where the fusion only needed 1 man out. So they decided to sell Survivor, and the X-Boy couldn't really do a lot there. So basically, the team managed to get a tie, and even though the X-Boy played really well, so pulling the X-Boy out in the situation LBM is in at this moment is somewhat of a risk, but if they are confident they can pull it off, that would be really cool to see. So we do see a double rescue team come from the survivors with the mercenary and the forward there. Also Seer, just always a strong support overall. Yeah, really excited for this one. I'm kind of hoping that X-Boy manages to pull through with the 4-man, but it's a risk, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Alright, another reception spawn. Ooh, running straight towards the Merc. Unfortunate for the Axe Boy.
That's a rough start.
Yeah. He probably hears the tinnitus thinking, who's here? Ah, gets tricked that it's an Explorer.
He goes for the elbow cut there, not taking any missile whatsoever.
Yeah. Looking like he's going to, shack. Seer noticing and breaking the pine inside. Good. Ooh, good
Nice
fireball
dodge.
dodge. Seer immediately rotating into church.
Sus is doing a really good job. This is a good early game for them.
Very good, yeah. Another good fireball dodge. Ah, speed.
Nice job. However, the Seer does still have his own scroll. Ooh, gets the fireball there. Wow. Great prediction.
Fireball.
Ooh, basement is not here. That's unlucky for the experience.
One cipher down with first chair, about to be 2. Yep. There it goes, Explorer. Just hiding around. Ah, sees the Explorer.
Decides to go back for the chair.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mercy with the pellets in there. What a rescue! Wow. Great patience by the bird there. Ooh, Blaze with to play there. And he makes it to graveyard. Oh, this is looking really good for this fight right now.
Yeah, really good. So you're managing to get away from everyone else to the pop cipher graveyard. This is... Oh, good fireball.
Through the pellet. Oh no.
That was a good dodge from the Seer. It's such a tight area, but he's just too fast.
You can see that the Explorer has a 50% fate in his hands. Mercenary also 60% on his cipher. 70% on the
Ooh.
He does get the rescue of Steel though, so that's a good job. Now we have the... Oh no! He doesn't manage to...
Good fireball. Dodge from the forward, but Seer unfortunately in a very tight spot. And now a purple fireball chasing him, so...
Yeah, we do have to cool it down too, so there's not a lot of support that we can give anymore. However, if the Seer can survive long enough, can afford to get up. Also, we're one cipher remaining. Explorer still holding that 50% range, so if we can just manage just a bit
This
longer.
Explorer needs to run to reception. Just needs to run to reception with the Merc. That's a 50. It's prime.
Yeah, it's prime. If he can just hold on just a bit longer.
No, that's it. Just dies to a basic.
Yeah,
and
there we go with the
goes.
cipher pop for people up and running. Is dead on chair, but there's no way the X-Way is gonna get a full man here anymore.
Takes a teleport. Oh.
Now we have the Seer working on the other exit gate, and the other 2 survivors immediately heading towards that. Sus is not taking any risk here whatsoever. Great job. Mercenary does get hit, but the delayed injury...
Oh, going for dungeon play! Wait. Can they get out?
They sure can get out. Is the Merc actually... Yeah, he has... Wow! What a start for Sus! That's insane. Amazing kite by the Seer. That was insane. Then the Mercenary coming in with that rescue there with the pellet stun. Wow, what start for Sus. This is gonna be really
Wow.
rough for LBM to catch up with.
That was really good. Good call on the Merc to take the hit and run straight for dungeon.
Yeah,
And
that
then
was
everyone else is just rotating back gate.
great communication on that part. That was absolutely insane. Amazing job by Sus. I do wonder how Sus is gonna, or I mean LBM is gonna pull through with this one, because
Yeah.
this puts us in such a huge lead.
Mm-hmm.
So it is, yeah. I did not see that one coming. First the
Yeah,
4-man
no.
elimination and then the 4-man escape. That's wow. I have no other words for it.
Right.
Yeah. I actually don't know what else to say about this.
He just got
Wow.
rotated. It's just so baffling.
Yeah.
It was so unfortunate, but just the rotation and the call and the communication, just dying away from Cypher's patience and managing to come out with that 4
Yeah, no,
on Sus's
indeed.
part.
That was, yeah, no, Sus played this really well. Great rotation,
Mm-hmm.
like you said. Great awareness where the seer was able to kite peacefully without disrupting the cipher progress. That's
Oh yeah, and Sears kiting most of all, like the fireball dodges, even the close clutch ones, even just one at all was enough to buy him more time to just give that basic attack and always landing the basic attack,
yeah, no,
despite the
indeed.
start out with the fireball at the window.
Yeah, that really those missed flamings really did cost
Mm-hmm.
the exploit here, but yeah, no, Sus just played this really well, and
Yeah. Explorer Cypher Rush 2, that 50 came in very close clutch.
yeah,
Because it wouldn't have been
exactly.
primed otherwise, but then Explorer comes in with the 50 and it's primed.
Yeah, no, indeed. Yeah, LBM still has some opportunities to turn this around.
Mm-hmm.
So this doesn't mean everything, but this is a great start for Sus, and
Oh,
they have
yeah.
a lot of room to work with now.
Yeah.
So you know what? We're just gonna go on to the next match, and we'll see if they can actually manage to turn this around. I really hope so because LBM is a really good team, and especially Santi going in with a non-meta hunter right off the bat. Like we said earlier, it's a risk. It sadly did not pay off for them, but that doesn't
Mm.
mean that they cannot do something else here.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's just wait and see what's gonna happen next round. Alright, so we are back with the second round. So right now we will have LBM playing Survivor First again, and we'll have Sus hunting. The map will be Arms Factory. So for the ones who have missed the first round, Sus is currently in the lead. They have won the first round, and they are also a total of 10 points ahead of LBM. So LBM is in a bit of a rough spot here. They have a lot to catch up on. So it's gonna be rough for them, but you know, LBM is one of the top teams for a reason. So
yeah,
who knows what they're gonna pull out?
Yeah, maybe they'll come back strong.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yesterday as well, we had Arachna getting a huge lead over Fusion in the first round too. But Fusion actually managed to get back and managed to turn it around, even winning in the end. So it doesn't say everything. Anything can still happen. So I'm not gonna make any predictions on what's going to happen because there is still room for a comeback. It's really rough. It's gonna be really hard, but it's not impossible. A very meta ban from both sides, banning the Dream Witch, which is obviously fair, especially since Arms Factory is a really good map for her too. On the side, the Mercenary and the Mechanic.
Yeah, preventing Cypher Rush and clean rescues, it seems.
I do wonder what we're gonna see on the enter side. Right now, standing on the Blood Queen. I mean, they can play, Sus can play it really safe here. So it's definitely worth it to go with the TIE Hunter. Like right now we're standing on the Sculptor, which is a good big Bonbon, even just like Blood Queen, and as well. They're good hunters to basically secure TIE. And it's all they need. They do not necessarily need to take any risks here to get 4-man eliminations or like 4 people out of the gate. So better be safe than sorry in that case.
Because they have such a good advantage start for them, so they don't have to play anything too risky.
However, on the other hand, if they play it too safe here, LBM may be able to take over. So you do want to be wary of that. Going in with the Blood Queen.
Oh, good Blood Queen pick. Yeah.
Top
BQ.
Yeah, this team is really tough for the Blood Queen to deal with. We have the Seer with his all, of course, Gravekeeper, who has his shuffles, Perfumer who can use her perfumes to tank some hits, and we also have the Ford who can just football out of the mirror if necessary. So this is a rough team comp for the Blood Queen.
Yeah, very rough team comp against the BQ. Front gate. Seems like she's rotating out towards Shack. Ooh.
So we have the Perfumer here at the Shack.
I don't think she'd want to chase the Perfumer.
No,
yeah.
she is going straight for that Gravekeeper that she's firing in the distance there.
Yeah. Hesitant on the mirror. Has to lock her eyes on the target first. Season. Throws it up. Ooh. Gets cancelled out!
Wow, that's an amazing start for Sus there.
Oh, nice swing. Good call.
That's that's the downside of having Gravekeeper against the Blood Queen. It does take roughly a second and a half to jump into that shuffle. And in that time frame, she can very well get the mirror hit on the Gravekeeper, like she did.
Oh no.
And shuffle out of the way, second mirror, there's nothing he can do about it.
No, and it looks like she died on Seer Cypher, so yeah. I'm gonna place him right there and just camp Factory Cypher.
Wow, that's a great start for Blood Queen here. Getting both mirrors doesn't even have to use your blink here.
Yeah, really good start considering she went to capitalize off of the rescuer Grave. Ooh, hits the owl forward, dashing on in.
Use the mirror here to camp that fire. Gets the rescue off.
And that's a fully fed Mary, so...
Not married this early into the game because they only managed to let themselves. Nice stun there by the forward. At least the Gravekeeper has some time to get into Factory. However, this is still a Blood Queen and he has nothing against that mirror. And there's also no Cyril anymore.
Ah, another stun.
Great support.
Good
by the
small
forward.
rush. Yeah. Very good support. But... Oh?
Will he be able to fight the mirror there? Yeah, he actually managed to do so. Nice job. Nice job.
Good mirror switch, yeah. Nice
there we have
blink.
the blink.
Yeah, as expected. Just ending that Graves time by short.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
gonna
They did
stall
manage
very
to
long.
heal up the forward, which is nice. However, they are still in a really rough spot.
Seems like the perfumer wants to go in for the save. Oh yeah. Good pressure from the Mary, throwing up mirror at middle 3 pallet. Sees the perfumer.
Bates
Ooh, Bates.
Nice rescue by the perfumer there. Good patience.
Although no ties, so it looks like as soon as she catches up with another mirror, or just normally, that's it for the
He
Grave.
does the forward coming in, but he doesn't have any football left, so there's no money for this Gravekeeper.
And there's the down. Yeah.
Sadly, no way for this Gravekeeper that he could have gotten away from that. He really tried his best there, but the fact that he got out of that shuffle and then had to use the second shuffle for a regular attack just really cost him.
Yeah. Good Cypher rush though, regardless, on their part, even with the
yes,
Grave going down so
definitely.
easily. So soon, they had got 3 Cyphers out with half a Cypher on Factories.
And we do have the perfumer being chased here, which still has 2 perfumers left. However, if she can get away from that Cypher by Factory,
Yeah, they need to leave it. Can't have another dream like the Dream Witch match with camping
gets
this
the
night.
hit on perfumer while the perfume is still on cooldown.
Forward sneaking on by. Will not let that forward sneak on by. Ooh, gets 2 hits.
Wow, that's a great use of the mirror there. Forward really tried to sneak past so he could pop that Factory Cypher, but sadly got spotted.
They're getting just a little too greedy for that Cypher.
And now we have the Forward definitely going down for that. So we do have the Seer, we would still be able to get the rescue off. It seems the perfumer only now just started. Ooh, teleports to the perfumer.
Ooh, teleports.
Yeah, all she really has to do is just protect these ciphers, especially since the perfume is injured.
Perfumer going down that deep sandbag. Ooh, placing her at sandbag. Smart. Has to get the distance pressure up between Frat Factory.
No, this is really great because now the Blood Queen is able to camp all 3 ciphers. And especially since both ciphers only are at like 50 to 60% at most.
Good mirror. Notices the
Nice
Seer's
job
blood
with the
trap.
seer there. Coming in well, but Bucky was distracted.
Switches immediately. Oh no, the 4 doesn't have anything to work with.
We have everyone being injured too, so if they want to get some people out of gate, they need to heal up there because the Blood Queen is just gonna continue practicing these ciphers.
No, it looks like. Oh, nice juke.
So they actually,
No, it looks like they're just pressuring Cypher. They're not healing. Yeah.
that's risk. Then they actually
That Mary's just gonna mirror back. I think they might just pop it the first chance they get. That or they'll just wait. Ah, no.
they
Pop
actually
immediate.
managed to get it off. Yeah. I mean, it's the best thing they could do since they were both injured. If then Blood Queen manages to get a mirror onto them, they could have potentially popped, but then it would be the Mary together with the two only survivors left. Ooh, does get the dodge on the mirror there.
Ooh. This is the hit. Window hits the Seer, and that's a 3-man. Oh! Ooh!
No, the gate
got the
opened
gate open just in time.
That's so lucky for the perfumer, though. Oh, that almost was a 4-man elimination.
Almost another 4-man, but 3-man's a 3-man for us.
That's really impressive, though, getting a 3-man with the Blood Queen.
With
Especially
BQ, yeah.
against a team like this, that's really
A
impressive.
hard
'Cause, like,
counter comp.
yeah, exactly. And, like, besides it being a hard counter, this is a good team as well. LBM is a really good team, so being able to pull this off, that's insane.
Yeah, good job on
Sus hunters
Sus's
are
part.
really built different. Wow, great job. I mean, I must say as well, LBM, even though the Gravekeeper was off to a rough start, they did a great job pulling themselves together and managing to pop that cipher, because they were not in an easy spot, and they kind of did figure their way around. It's just unfortunate that at the end, all survivors were injured, and
Yeah,
with
it
a
was
Blood
just a
Queen-
slow domino effect.
Yeah, exactly. So there's only so much you can do with that. So, but they still did manage to get quite far on that, and they did manage to get 1-man out. So you know, it's a start. So let's say if LBM does manage to get the 4-man here, they would still win this round. So you know, and since this is essentially a best of 3, they could still catch up and win in the end. So you know, anything can still happen. All they need to do is win this round, and the fact that LBM did get 1 survivor out of there does give them some room to work with. So yeah, we will be right back with the next matchup again. Alright, so we're back with the second round of Sus versus LBM. So for anyone who is just checking in, currently Sus is in the lead. They won the first round. They also got a 3-man elimination earlier against LBM. So that puts them at 13 points, 31 point for LBM. So basically what needs to happen here is LBM needs to get the 4-man elimination. If they do not manage to do so, we will not see a third round and Sus will automatically win, as this is a best of 3. I am not too sure if point-wise LBM is still able to catch up though, but because it is a best of 3, in the case they would win this round and they would win next round too, they'd still win.
Yeah, I don't know. LBM's in a very tight spot right now with only 1 point to the lead of 13.
Yeah, no, there is a lot of pressure on their hunter here. There's really a lot of pressure. They need to get the 4-man. It's not a question of if they can and just turning it around later. This is where it needs to happen.
This is where it needs to happen. They have to come back now, because it's now or never.
Yeah, indeed. So that's a lot of pressure. That's really a lot of pressure. We see X-Boy ban, by the way. More of a respectful ban, probably too. But the LBM Hunter currently standing on the bonbon here.
Interesting. Oh, never mind. It was an interesting team comp before. It looked like they
Yeah,
a stunner team, which was kind of questionable.
yeah, that's a risky team comp. But they decide to switch it up a bit. It would be fun to see the prisoner come into play again. It's not really a decoder you see a lot, especially since a lot of people only think of him being a fairly alright decoder if he is being supported by another decoder, because the fact that he can transfer his progress, it can be strong. It can you can definitely do some nice tricks with it, but in itself he only has a 10% decoding buff, so it's not that strong. It's not like a mechanic or an explorer.
Yeah. Prospector. Oh, very heavy stun comp, regardless, with the forward, the prisoner, and the prospector. So I can imagine that Bonbon's probably running rage to prevent the stuns.
Yeah, I imagine he would do so as well, yes. It would be the most logical choice to do so here. Oh, I see the Monokuma. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I also love this skin. It's very nice. Here he is, the forest spawn. Heading for factory? No, shack.
Oh, shack. Running right into Prospector. That's a good start.
Not a bad start, not a bad start. Finding the prospector. Magnetson. Going for the immediate pull? Yes. Yes, he is. Ooh, not a single bomb placed quite yet.
He's really trying to find an opening to get. Nice job though.
Good bomb. First bomb. Just one more and he could probably get the hit.
Someone
chain.
Very patient as well.
Very good chain! Look at that!
That was an amazing chain. Also dice on the forward is Cypher here. Pressing the bomb so you cannot really go for the stun too.
Very quick down.
So it does seem like they're not gonna go for the rescue.
Yeah.
Which is
It looks
fair.
like it.
Because they only need to get one person out to tie the round. Which would automatically basically mean that Sus wins regarding the lead they have in points. If they get 2 men out, they win this round, so... It's very smart of them not to risk this.
Oh, it looks like the Merc's probably gonna go in for an after half save. Last second.
Oh, he actually managed to get it off. I mean, it is a Merc after all, so you can definitely take another bomb in it, but it's still fairly risky. Gets the terror
shock!
Whoa! This still managed to get the rescue on the prospector before the bomb could activate.
Oh, that's a double down.
Oh, that was such a beautiful terror shock.
Very good, very
Great
nice.
prediction by Bonbon there.
Could have even been a stuff had the bomb not been placed on, I believe, 5 to 6 seconds, but...
Yeah, indeed. It just had enough time to pull off the rescue before he actually went down. Because of the bomb. So that's a bit lucky on the mercenary's part. What a terror shot. And the basement too! Oh! LBM turning this around! LBM actually gonna manage to turn this around here. I mean, they are 2 ciphers, and the prisoner still can be killed somewhat peacefully.
Throws time bomb at middle. Gets it on the prisoner.
Time on hit there.
Teleports straight to the prisoner. Ooh, drop pallet. Good call.
Very cool. Now the 4 does have someone to rescue that mercenary. It's fair of the Bonbon not to decide to camp that mercenary for too long. Great safety there. What a rescue! Now the 4 has to get out of the basement too. Oh no, he misses! Stun there! Goes down inside basement! Oh no! That's not looking good. And now suddenly we're in a situation where the prisoner is the only one who can still be killed.
Yeah. Seems like I wonder if the Merc's able to hide away, possibly. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he knows where the Merc is in exact, so he'll be able to pick himself up and do the forest cipher. Or who knows, maybe even pick himself up in time to go save.
Yeah, it does seem to be the case, and he does have elbow pads still, so he can definitely pick that rescue off.
Yeah, and unfortunate for the Bonbon, he only... Oh?
Yeah,
Not
the
going
Bonbon
for
is
the
too close,
save.
so they probably realized that there's no way for them to get out of that basement there. That they would probably both go down. But now he is stuck around Shack. I'm forced to probably... Oh, no, the Bonbon is gonna... not take
that prisoner needs to start rotating.
Nice job touching that chain. Oh, great chain once again.
The Merc... Oh, actually doing the cipher right beside. If he goes down, that's it, because the prisoner's gonna pick himself up, do the cipher.
So all the money needs to do is to survive long enough. He does have 2 elbow pads, and he is a factory here, so he can do something, but it's gonna be rough against this hunter.
Oh, gets mind gamed from the Merc.
This
has to
tough.
dodge the chains. Oh, it's so
Nurse is doing
close.
such a good job here, but
He's doing so good just trying to distract. Ah, going
yeah.
right back onto the prisoner.
A
He's
smart
rotating
move.
out.
Yeah, he really doesn't want the last save to pop, because that would mean they can still get 1 survivor out of there.
Prisoner making the connection. Merc tiptoeing around the cipher. Bon unable to see him. Ooh, really good sneaks from both parties.
Oh yeah, definitely. However, the cipher's not too far, so it's not entirely worth it to keep pressuring this as a survivor. Especially since the mercenary is only 1 bomb hit away.
Oh, it's so scary because it's like one wrong move and it all falls apart.
Yeah, indeed. They are really looking for an opening here.
Yeah, they're really playing it safe, which is good. They have to play it safe, and Bon also trying to play it safe because he knows that the moment he looks away, that cipher's going to be worked on. Oh, no more elbow pads.
Oh,
That's it. He's gonna leave him to just go back for that cipher.
Yeah.
Oh no, that prisoner's in a pickle.
Yeah, no, the prisoner cannot do anything here. Of course he can try to kite for the mercenary. No, the merc already picked himself up, so
Yeah,
that's
they
GG.
both did. So
This is GG basically.
Yeah.
Ooh, gets the stun there to avoid the time bomb hit. That was a nice move, but no. There's no way this mercenary is gonna pick himself up because he already used it, and yeah, there was just nothing the prisoner could do there. But amazing job by LBM for actually managing to turn it around after that first round. That was an amazing comeback from their hunter.
Crazy. They needed the 4-man and they came headstrong out of the gates for that 4-man.
They really did that, and the way they managed, that's great. Really, really amazing job by this guard 26. So this does mean we're actually gonna see a 3rd round.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, that was an amazing comeback, and it makes me really excited to see what LBM is gonna bring out in the upcoming round, because Sus still has the upper hand. If they can manage to win the round, or even if they tie the round or so, and it will go to points, they will win. There is almost no way that LBM is gonna turn this around regarding the points, unless they get basically a 4-man elimination and multiple survivors out of the gate, which is really rough, especially in a 3rd round. For a hunter, it's really rough as they get to 100 bans. But you know, anything can still happen. And I guess this round once again proved that even though LBM was off to a rough start, they managed to get that comeback in. They really showed what they are capable of, even in such a stressful position.
Yeah, it shows that they're not playing around at all.
Oh no, they definitely came here to win. Alright, let's just head to the next round, and we'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I just muted. Is there anything?
Dreaming, do you have to leave, or are you gonna?
Not right now. I meant like the
Okay,
the next
just give me
two.
okay,
Yeah,
just give me
yeah,
like.
yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Alright, so we are gonna head into the third round of LBM versus Sus. So both teams managed to win one round each so far. So whoever wins this round is the winner. However, currently Sus is in a major league point wise. So they are at an advantage, but it is a best of 3. So in case LBM is gonna pull through with a win here, they will still win regardless of the points. So, you know.
Right.
Anything can still happen.
Yeah, this is a good comeback on LBM. Yeah, they're really showing that they don't want to give up the fire and the fight that they got going on.
Oh yeah, they had a great round last round, getting one man escape against the Blood Queen, which is all they needed because their hunter just pulled through with a 4-man with the Bonbon. Also, seeing the Bonbon band come in, that was to be expected, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Also, on the hunter band side, we have the Priestess, which is fair considering the map is Moonlit, and the Priestess on Moonlit is just really strong. Priestess, really strong character overall, of course, but Moonlit it's a different story.
Yeah, Priestess just being annoying on a Moonlit map, considering all the placements and portals she can put up and set up for her teammates and herself. So
Yeah,
definitely not someone you want to deal with on Moonlit.
And especially since she can connect both sides of the map with the portals on the bridge, for example. And then there's of course the global portal too.
Right.
There's a lot of annoying tricks the Priestess can do there. So it's a fair ban here. Also mechanic of course against the Cypher, which we'll also see a Seer ban. And since the Hunter's currently standing on Ripper, that would be a fair ban. I don't think we have seen a Ripper in this tournament so far, so...
Yeah, interesting pick. You don't really see Rippers too often since he's kind of weak in very many areas, but he's also very powerful if you can utilize him correctly. Yeah. Land all foggies, get your speed up, all the following.
Yeah, no, indeed. I mean, he used to be meta back in the day for a reason. He did, of course, because there's so many counters to it, including the Cypher version itself, that just kind of pushed him back to a B-tier position. But Santi is known to be a really good Reaper player, so I'm really looking forward to see something, some of that.
Oh, good, strong comp for Sus's side, a triple rescue with the decoder, making it hard for the Ripper to choose someone to chase.
Yeah, which is good because they are point-wise in the lead, so they just gotta give up. As soon as they get 1 or maybe 2 people out of the gate, they are fine. If they get 2 people out, and there's no way for LBM to come back from that, I think.
Yeah, so it's all here. Nothing. Santi spawning working carousel, heading straight to tent.
Forward there. Oh no,
forward there.
It goes to bridge.
Gravekeeper bridge. Ooh. Miles away from the Explorer, which is good, so not a very easy chase he'll be having, because all the rescuers are in one straight line from this point on.
Yeah, no, that's really good for Sus.
Merc setting up his pallets here, dropping them to get the attention on him. Seems to want to commit to the Merc. Ooh.
Merc not taking any risks, taking the elbow back straight to the god mining area.
Dropping pallets for his safety. Is he gonna leave? From teleports back onto the grave, who jumps the pallet. Misses the foggy. Ooh.
Ooh, that's a really rough start for LBM.
Very, very smart on the Merc. I can see now why he was dropping the pallets. He was setting it up for the grave.
Ooh, does manage to hit him out right as he went under the pellet though.
Ooh. Just in time. Just in time. Grave rotating back onto God Kite. Looks like the Merc's gonna rotate out back to first stop. Ooh, no, he can't. Yes, he can. Ooh, very close.
Yes, nice dodge on the Gravekeeper.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, very close. Ripper's slow attack. Oh, there goes the fog. This is very rough on Santi.
Yes. I mean, Gravekeeper
still
did an
has
amazing
his
job
level.
here, but wow.
First basic air games.
They already popped one siphon. The Explorer is also 40%. Ooh,
Foggy Blades!
Oh, the Terror
very
Shock too!
Nice! Oh, very good.
Oh, so we're suddenly now dealing with the full presence Ripper. Still survivors of course are in a good position, but that was a great play from Ripper.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Ripper knowing exactly where the Merc is, so he's already heading in for that early.
And gets
gets the foggy! Teleports right on back.
Oh, that's gonna be it, yes.
Yeah, it's just
Let's
gonna
get
have
the
to be a
rescue,
double
but
down.
yeah, this is definitely going to be a double down. Especially since the Gravekeeper... Oh, the Mercenary blocking his path.
Funny. Yeah, but there's nothing the Grave can do here. He used up all his pallets here.
And he doesn't have any damage as well. Ooh, that was a sweet fire right around the corner.
Forward hiding by the two-story doors right now.
Is Ripper having a great comeback from that early game?
Can he land the foggy?
If he can land the foggy on him here though.
Lands the foggy!
Oh my god!
Oh!
Whoa, the forward gets the stun! Gets it just in time! Wow!
The jukes, he was just doing swerves left and right on him.
Oh, that was well played by the forward.
Dodges the foggy. Ooh, close call. Grave dying right in front of the forward, who unfortunately shouldn't harass. It's way too dangerous right now.
Yeah, but he is still going
But
Gets, and he gets it too! Wow! This forward!
Really good stuns. Good harassment on the forward. Oh my.
That's insane!
Needs to dodge the foggy. Oh, can he body block? Oh, this is very tight. I know what they're trying to... Cause see, the Explorer has a 50 page. Oh no.
They popped it! Oh, wow! They managed to pop both ciphers.
Grave going for the coast.
And he gets the... Oh, wow.
What a
Sus is doing
comeback.
so amazing. Wow.
What a comeback on Sus. And Merc has 2 elbow pads. If he can get himself out of there, even just transfer onto coaster since it's second stop. Ooh. No, he can't. Gets hit.
Yeah.
It's looking like a
I mean, the
3-man on their
Mercenary still
part.
bought a lot of time and is still buying a lot of time for his teammates.
Teleport straight right away.
No, it's not
Only
open yet.
issue is here is that now the Merc can't pick himself up.
Indeed.
And I don't think he's gonna be able to do that gate. He's not gonna let him. Or he's gonna go down before he can. Oh no. It was a comeback, but at what cost? He's about to have his speed and no one's over there.
Really
no.
teleported just in time there.
Oh no, dear. I
Is
failed.
Santi actually gonna have another
I
comeback
think
again?
Santi gets this. I think he does.
Yeah. With that speed boost coming in.
Yeah. Oh no, I think Santi takes it.
Yeah, we do have the Explorer taking the roller coaster, going towards the forward in his rescue. So the question is though, if
Will he make it in time? He'll. Yes, he does. No? Wait.
it's gonna be so close.
It's gonna be so close. Okay, he makes it just at the tip. Oh man.
Ooh, the gate's only at 33%, but the Ripper decides not to go for it. So they will definitely get it open in time now, yeah. So that's a two-man.
It's a tie on their part. Santi realizing this and just picking up the net. Wow.
That end game, amazing play by Sus, but also great move by Santi to still get the tie there.
Wow, it was going up and down. That was a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah.
Just the forward harassment going left, right, and then landing both stuns without getting hit and on injury. Wow.
That
and then the
was-
clutch pop.
Yeah, that was absolutely insane. Wonderfully played by both. Ripper, of course, had a bit of a rough early game, did still manage to kind of catch up. But then the forward with his harassment and that Cypher pop that was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful.
My gosh.
So this does mean that LBM survivors need to get 3 men out of there if they want to win this round. Which is possible. But Moonlight is more of a hunter-sided map, so it's gonna be rough. It's not gonna be easy for LBM to get enough people out of the gate. So I'm curious to see what they are gonna pull out next round, if they can still manage to pull through. I don't think Ripper did lay out an opportunity for them to still get it, but it's gonna be hard to actually take it, and Sus is not giving them this for free. They are fighting back with everything they have, and to maintain the lead they currently have. So yeah, we're gonna see what's gonna happen. I am really excited.
Yeah, that was wow. Very good third round match to enjoy and watch.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, we'll be right back. we are back with the last round for Sus versus LBM. I do not know what to say anymore at this point. If LBM can manage to get those 3 survivors out, they will win. Because even though they will still be behind in points, the fact that they won 2 rounds over the 1 round that Sus won makes it so that LBM wins. So yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, having to get 3 survivors out of a game, it's rough. We haven't seen many wins so far. You usually don't see a lot of wins for the survivors in tournaments. However, since this is one of the later rounds, there is definitely a few options for them. We do have a Dream Witch ban, of course, and then there's the Blood Queen, because of course Sus did manage to get a 3-man elimination with the Blood Queen earlier on. Again, on the other side, you see the Priestess, Mechanic, and the Mercenary. Very classic ban, especially for a map like Moonlit.
Wow. Yeah, it looks like he's hovering over the sculptor pick just to be able to have that pressure since Moonlit is such a big map.
Yeah, that chisel can make a lot of difference on a map like Moonlit because you're just a bit more able to pressure another cipher in case it's needed, especially when you're camping. Like, and that's the huge difference between hunter like Bonbon and Sculptor, since they're both chip damage hunters. A Bonbon is more so forced to just camp the chair without really having anything help him regarding map pressure, and the Sculptor does still have a tool to force the survivors away from the ciphers where she wants to. So that makes her somewhat more stronger, especially on a map like Moonlit.
Yeah.
Are we gonna see a cowboy coming in?
Yeah. Oh my goodness,
Wow.
a cowboy. Wow, given that you so.
Oh, I am really excited. I really hope the cowboy gets a moment to shine, because that would be so cool.
Yeah.
Especially after his nerfs, he isn't as popular anymore, which is a shame.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
You know, it happens, but it's also fairly interesting to see that they are going with the cowboy and the forward, because both are known to be like fairly good harassers. Of course, cowboy isn't as good of a harasser anymore because he lost his instant lassos and the speed boost he got. And then we have the Gravekeeper and the Seer.
Kind of slow on decoding, so.
Yeah, that was something I was wondering too. Like, usually if you need a win, having a slower decoding team is not ideal.
Yeah, because if that sculptor does get a down, it's gonna be really far behind. But who knows? Maybe they'll kite along whoever gets it.
I'm sure they have an idea of what they are gonna do. Let's just
Transferring tent with the forward being found first. Ooh. Unfortunate on Sus. Doesn't know exactly where he is. Sees the blood trails. I'm going to commit. Oh. Ooh, nice dash. Very close.
Not the best area to be fighting, especially for forward, but as long as you can at least manage to dodge those statues, that's really important here.
Looks like she's gonna teleport away. Smart. She doesn't want to deal with the forward. Bon's God Kite. Ooh, lasso from the cowboy immediately to the pallet.
Nice job.
Good setup. Good setup. Lassos again to the pallet. These statue dodges are really well from both from the LBM side.
Wait, is he gonna manage to get on the poster there? Yes.
LBM made it. Wow, the cowboy.
Did have to take one statue hit in order to get it. But
And-
now he's going all the way to the other side.
Right, because it was turned off. The rotation's really good on LBM side. They're rotating the sculptor
definitely.
very well.
Because
there's
now
no
the
one.
sculptor is forced to switch again.
There's no one she can exactly chase. And Grave was hiding right by Broken Carousel.
And
And
we
she
can see
wasn't.
that the seer is about to pop the first cipher.
Going back onto the forward, it seems. Yeah. Going back to the forward.
Ooh, nice statue there.
Lands a good statue, indeed.
Hey,
Lands
yes, it
another
again.
good
Wow.
statue. Ooh. Can she
The
stop
sculptor
him?
about to make a comeback here.
But the forward football.
Yeah, it does
Used
use
all of it.
Yeah. So there's nothing left for the forward to work with.
Gets squished. Can she land one more?
Yeah.
Hey, good
Ooh.
sculpt. Good sculptures.
Oh, there we have the cowboy.
Cowboy her.
Ooh,
Doing the juggling
that's
method.
awesome.
But the cowboy missed his access, so she doesn't have to go about it.
Good job by Sculptor. That was a good job.
Sculptor one hit point away from
Does also have the one order on the Gravekeeper, by the way.
True. Can see him in shovel. I'm able to squish him out of it, unfortunately. Oh, just goes right into that
Managed to
save.
rescue without even taking a hit. Nice job. That's a good use of that shovel there.
She needs one chip point on someone for the full present. Or she could just hit the forward too. There
Does
it
run
is.
into an open area and we have the cowboy there once again. So he's likely gonna try and make a play here. Pulling damage. Nice patience by the cowboy.
It just seems like she's probably
Oh
going to juggle him
no! He
over.
doesn't get it. I mean, the forward still has half a chair to go, so it's not horrible mistake.
Ooh, good statues on the grave. Two of them.
Three of them.
Can she get a third? Can she get a third? Oh, four.
Oh, and she got the fourth. Whoa!
Really well done. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the cowboy tries.
Forward getting squished.
Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing that cowboy can do. That's it. And now she can just teleport on back over there and chair. Yeah. Wow, she can
What a
camp the
comeback.
cipher. We're trying to put. Oh no.
Really uses shuffle, but does get away though in this case. However, since the sculptor is progressed, it's gotta be rough. He needs to get away from that cipher. He does manage though.
No, it's too close still. She can take him over the grave. Yeah.
However, the cowboy is working on the. Oh, sadly that's it. He is working on the cipher,
Doesn't look like he can, because if he just leaves the seer to pressure, it's not good. Lassos him out of there. That cipher is primed. It's primed. Oh!
Yeah, it's not primed enough
It's
though.
not?
It's not fully primed.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Still probably
unfortunate.
like 5% left on that cipher, so...
Ooh, she needs to get a statue on the seer right now. Because that cowboy's at the cipher. Yeah, now it's gonna be primed. No.
Yes, there we have the pop. The seer is also really close to dungeons, so in the case you could survive long enough, you may actually be able to finish dungeon escape. Because teleport's
one
not
statue.
soon enough. But all the sculptor needs to do here is kill the seer.
Again, got the seer. Yeah.
Unless they may actually risk a rescue here. I mean, there's
no.
they do need
No.
3 men out of there. It's unlikely, and they probably won't manage. But if they want to win this round, they have to make a rescue.
Let's just say if they want it. I'm sure they do. The Grave is actually running in right now.
I mean, they don't really have any other options.
Yeah,
'Cause
they don't
this
have
is
much
the
to
last
lose. They gotta
round.
make. Yeah, they gotta make the last play they can. It's now or never.
They are going in together, so yeah. All there is Squidward is to camp this one chair, and the tension is still up. It's not gonna win out before it sees that. But if they can find an opening here,
Oh no. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's it. This chair? Yeah.
no, if there was 5 turns still left, they may have been able to do something there. But yeah, this is all LBM could do.
They tried.
This is
Not
sadly
really
all
much
they
to say
could do.
they could- Unfortunately.
And the fact though that they actually managed against the detention sculptor to get the seer off the chair, that showed some great teamwork from the Gravekeeper and the Cowboy, but
Yeah, but unfortunately, just not enough to push for that
Yeah.
3-man that they needed.
yeah, but
Ah.
they really tried, and I really admire that. They were really close, especially with the tension being there. If the seer just could manage a bit longer, then maybe they could have gotten it, but that's just the thing about hunters like Sculptor, and especially in an area like that, there's not a lot to work with, and the survivors didn't have any tools left, so it's really hard. And I would have been really surprised if he got it, but you know, there was still the opportunity to do so. But still, really good match from LBM. Still managed to get a 2-man escape against the Sculptor, which is really good. And like that early game they had going on with the rotation, that was just perfect. They played that really well. So yeah, this concludes the first round for today. Meaning that Sus has won over LBM with 2 against 1. Great job by Sus. And especially after that first round, they pretty much settled the tone already. LBM had a great comeback, but sadly just wasn't enough to pull in the win. Or wait, no. Apologies, I am mistaken, because this was a tie, but the last round also was a tie. So basically, it's 1 against 1, but since Sus has more points, they still win. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
I got confused on the round points there. My apologies. But yeah, Sus still won with the point lead they managed to get from the first round on. So really good job from them. But yeah, also really good job from LBM for still keeping up that fight, almost actually managing to get the comeback. Because in the end was really close. It was really close, and was really exciting to see. And I really hope to see more from LBM next week. Really looking forward to it. So now we are gonna go to the next matchup, which will be CCC facing TVC. We'll also have a change in MCs as Dreaming sadly has to go.
Yeah.
Eli coming in instead. So thank you very much for being here, Dreaming. It was
Of
really nice to have
course.
you.
It was fun. I had fun.
I'm glad you did. But yeah, we'll be right back with the next match. Alright, welcome back everyone. So right now we are about to head into the first round between TVC and CCC. Also, welcome Eli.
Hi, glad to be here. Can you hear me well enough? Everything good?
Wait, let me turn up your volume just a tiny bit because you're a bit soft
Okay.
on my end. Alright, that should be better.
Better? Okay.
Yeah, it would be a shame if we could not really hear you over the in-game sound, so... But this should be fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, getting into the next match here, we have CCC versus TVC. A red church is the first map selection. This was selected by TVC side, so... and I do believe Zeus is going to be the first hunter from the TVC side, so... expect to see that. But going into this match, we do have Fafa. This is the #1 hunter in the North America European server. Currently, they are also a Soul Weaver main. This is actually a very strong map for Soul Weaver, so I'm very excited to see how this is going to play out.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we saw the Soul Weaver, Faha's Soul Weaver last week as well on Moonlit, which is not considered a great map for her, but she already pulled through with 3-man elimination there. So getting this Soul Weaver on Red Church, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a really rough game for TPC here.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really interested to see how TVC is going to go about this. They do know it's most likely going to be that Soul Weaver, which Fafa is currently hovering over. So from the Survivor side, we currently see a 4 rescuer team comp. This is not actually... this is very surprising to see, actually. This is not one of the best comps to deal with Soul Weaver, considering that, forward, once they use that football, the Soul Weaver can catch up instantly with those webs, get the hit. You can knock Gravekeeper out of shovel with those web shots. The Soul Weaver is just so fast, it's hard for Wildling to harass. So going with a 4 rescuer comp against a hunter like Soul Weaver is very curious, but we'll have to see. Again, these characters are not locked in just yet, and we'll have to see how TVC is going to go about, going against this hunter here.
Yes, indeed. I mean, maybe they're just aiming to at least get 1 or 2 people out of the gate and not really aiming towards, a win on the Survivor side. That's why they maybe would go with such a comp. But it's gonna be rough. It's definitely going to be rough on this team. Because they do not have the cypher pressure they could have when going with a decoder such as Mechanics, such as Explorer. And like you said, she does counter quite a bit, especially for the forward. It's gonna be rough.
Absolutely, and the biggest issue that we've seen with Soul Weaver, as these seasons have moved on, with these newer hunters, the biggest issue why Soul Weaver's kind of fallen off the table as an option for most top hunters is that she just gets Cypher Rush, and she's one of those hunters that can easily tie matches, very good chase, and pretty strong camp overall. But then the reality of the situation is, it's like, as a Soul Weaver main, it's so hard to secure a 3-person or more elimination with this hunter. So going for a heavy rescuer, slow decoding comp, again, very, very interesting. You typically would like to see something like Explorer, Mechanic, maybe even Priestess to go against a hunter like Soul Weaver. But again, looks like TVC locking with the 4 rescuers. They really think that this is the best strategy for dealing with a Soul Weaver, and I'm very excited to see how it's going to play out for them. And again, I'm really excited to see how Fafa is going to engage against this team. Fafa, as we saw last week, had some incredible web shots and was able to secure a 3-person elimination on a very strong Survivor team, that being Sus, with the Soul Weaver on a weak Soul Weaver map. So on a strong Soul Weaver map, this could be very impressive. Depending on how well they play.
I am definitely looking forward to that. I've seen the matches from last weekend, and those snipes with that Soul Weaver was absolutely insane. So on a map that is considered strong for her, it's maybe even better. So definitely think she can pull through with a 4-man elimination there. However, TPC knows that Fafa is a scary Soul Weaver, so maybe, especially with the team comp they chose, maybe they have a plan, they have a strategy figured out to deal with this and actually gain some points for their own team.
Absolutely, and keep in mind, this is the map that TVC called. They did win the coin flip. They did have the option of choosing this Red Church in the first round, so giving Red Church to a Soul Weaver first seems very risky. They could have, maybe they were thinking a different hunter would come out of Fafa here, but Fafa is known for that Soul Weaver, and again, we're seeing that here. So, but I'm guessing TVC has prepared for this. They saw how Fafa played last week, and these teams have definitely put in the work. to be prepared for these matches here. So we're getting into the match here, and let's see how it goes. Looking at the spawn here, looks like we do have that wedding near top broken spawn from the soul over here, which means someone spawns in the back gate. Well, 2 spawn near back gate, 1 near graveyard, and 1 near shack, and 1 near bottom broken. We see the soul weaver immediately heading over towards that bottom broken character. It looks like it is the forward, so that's not a bad chase whatsoever for a soul weaver. Again, we were talking about this a little bit earlier, where soul weaver can chase that forward, and with a heavy rescuer comp, we make speed. And I think he's caught him the trail of the forward. I think he's gonna find him here.
Yeah, no, the trail definitely gave him way. Ooh, it was really risky of the forward to go for that cypher over there too, especially since this is Soul Weaver. So that's a great start to Soul Weaver here.
Yeah, and again, we're going to see the Soul Weaver catch up instantly. The forward has no chance of getting away here, and there is the down, a quick down from the Soul Weaver. And that's exactly what we were talking about. After the forward uses that football, you can catch up immediately with those webs. And already TBC in a very weak position here with the 3 slow decoders. It's going to be very hard for them to come out of this one.
Yeah, this is a great start for CCC right there. It does seem like Mercenary is gonna come in here.
Yeah, it looks like they do want to go for that rescue. The forward was still about 3/4 football left. Let's get the web shot. Good job from the Mercenary avoiding that. We saw the pinpoint accuracy of Fafa last week, but able to dodge that there. The forward has a chance to rebound here. You do have going behind this area. You're just giving free access to the Soul Weaver to use their webs. I'm surprised the forward's opting to take this route here. Is going to use the flip ball most likely to transition. No, not going to go to the window. Just going to kind of head over towards the graveyard area. Keep in mind.
Flash football too, so now he has nothing left to work with.
This Soul Weaver still with Blink available as well. Most likely going to see it get used here. And let's see if he can predict it. There's the Blink, and there's the down on the forward.
Great patience from the Soul Weaver there, not immediately using it since the forward was waiting for that Blink, was expecting it.
And even better here, the Soul Weaver is able to share this character on the Wildling Cypher machine, which means that's going to slow down the decoding progress even more. We're going to see the Wildling get on that board here to try to perform this rescue. But the Soul Weaver may try to feed off presence from this survivor here. Yet takes the hit, does now have full presence available. And we'll see the Wildling go in for the save. Gets the rescue off uninjured. And that's not too bad for TVC. The forward should try to finish the Cypher machine if possible. Looks like he's going to try to do that with the Tide Turner. Can he get the Cypher machine done, though? Something to keep in mind is look what the Soul Weaver is doing. They're constantly running back in between the webs, so they have slower, or they have faster attack recovery, and it looks like the forward was able to finish the Cypher machine. So this still is actually not a bad position for TDC. Mercenary now popping their Cypher machine as well, and you have 3 characters that are very difficult for this hunter to chase. So as long as the Gravekeeper stays out of vision of this Soul Weaver, you really have to chase a Mercenary or a Wildling, and that's just not ideal for this hunter.
Yeah, no, definitely the target you want to find here is that Gravekeeper. They still have those 2 shovels available. So it's not going to be easy for the Soul Weaver here.
It looks like we're going to have that Soul Weaver transition towards middle broken, headed towards the Gravekeeper here. Can he get out of range? No, he's going to vault the pallet. It's going to reveal the Gravekeeper's location, even if he does use this shovel here. Good web shot from Fafa. Incredible. Something to keep in mind, though, this web shot is now on cooldown. You really want to web shot the Gravekeeper out of shovel here if you're the Soul Weaver. Let's see if Fafa's able to do it here. Oh!
Web shot out of the shovel. Wow.
The Gravekeeper very slow here, so I think if you're the Soul Weaver, you're going to try to go for another web shot, slow him down even more. Oh, I was able to dodge it there. Yeah, an excellent dodge there from the Gravekeeper. Another shovel still available. Can he kite out this amount of time to get the shovel back in time? No, he's able to cancel the shovel before he can get it off there. And an incredible play from Fafa to get the down on the Gravekeeper.
Wow, that was a great job. Great job.
Looking at the decoding progress from TVC, you have that Wildling Cypher about 80% of the way done here. Mercenary working on another one. TVC still in a position where they can tie. There are a lot of webs here, though, so it's going to be very hard for the survivors to go for that rescue. Wildling getting on the board, making the safe play here. Gonna absorb that hit. Let's see if the Soul Weaver can catch up again here. get that second hit on the board, try to force an early rescue. But it looks like no, Merce, good timing from the Wildling here. Oh, he hits the chair! That is a huge deal there. Wildling gonna take one of the hits. But you cannot kite towards the last Cypher Machine. Gravekeeper acknowledging this. I think he's trying to avoid this. Excellent job from the Soul Weaver. Not allowing for a body block there. We're going to see the Wildling head back towards their Cypher. But, oh, can he get the down on the Wildling? Excellent dodge there. Tries to go for the web shot. Unable to get it there. And he's just going to target down the Wildling, it looks like.
I mean, this is the last Cypher after all, so...
Gonna see the web shot there. That Cypher Machine almost done. This Spider does not bring Trump card, actually. Looking at their build, they have pallet breaking speed and Control Freak, which helps the survivors die quicker. So that does help them. That does force earlier rescues, which slows down the decoding progress. But if TVC places... Excellent dodge from the Mercenary yet again!
TVC's doing a great job at dodging those web shots.
Yeah, this Mercenary, excellent job from Arcus here. They're able to get on the Cypher Machine as well. If they can pressure this top broken Cypher, this Hunter has no option to abnormal. TVC's in a position where they could tie this match pretty easily here.
If they just manage to play it safely, they definitely have an opportunity for time.
And he gets the pallet stun. This is incredible gameplay from the TVC survivors against the #1 Hunter in the North America European server. This is looking like a very favorable position for them here. Mercenary trying to rush that last Cypher Machine. It's 95% of the way done. Can he get the pop off before the soldiers able to catch up here?
Yes,
does get hit with the web shot there.
However, he's slowed down though now with that back shot.
Yeah, but keep in mind this Soul Weaver, no Trump card available. We're most likely just going to see a blink here. Oh, unable to get there. There's a blink, and there is the down on the Mercenary. There it is, and we're going to see the survivors from TVC pressure this back gate area. No, he's going to head straight over there. Mercenary still has self-heal available, I believe, so...
he does.
We'll see what they're going to do here.
Can she actually manage to make it in time to that game?
Yeah, it's going to be really close. That Gravekeeper Cypher looks like he's caught on the trail of the Wildling. TVC can still get a 3-person escape from this. If the Mercenary self-heals and pressures one of those other gates, the Wildlings can get on board. This Hunter has no option of chasing the Gravekeeper as his gate is now open. TVC can still win this match potentially here.
It is going to be close, but there's definitely a chance in there. Especially since the Wildling was being chased now.
Mercenary does get up. Mercenary's going to go for that exit gate. Wildling's heading for the back gate. Can the Mercenary get it open in time? No, he's going to head towards the dungeon. The dungeon's in this top broken area. I think the Mercenary's going to be able to make it here. And TVC's looking at a 3-person escape.
Yes, he's definitely
And there
going
it's
to
open.
make that.
Wow.
What a start from TVC, actually making such a slow decoding team work and totally proving our predictions wrong earlier. Wow.
That is incredible. I mean, the turning point in that game there, I mean, you saw them get... That forward went down almost instantly. Incredible opening from Fafa, but then not only was the forward able to rebound a little bit with that football, the tide turner, really buying them extra time there. And again, the late game is what we were talking about. The slow decoding really did kind of hurt them throughout that match there, but when it came to the late game, they had a hard time chasing those survivors, as you saw with the last Cypher Machine almost primed. They couldn't chase the Wildling. They didn't want to chase the Mercenary, and the Gravekeeper did an excellent job of kiting in the endgame. And that really made it so TVC was able to secure that win.
Yeah, plus all the times they actually managed to get those web dodges and to get those rescues off fairly cleanly. And not letting them go for double down. And so, really nice job from TVC there.
Absolutely. Yeah, just incredible. I mean, excellent. Not only that, incredible communication from TVC. Able to secure the 3-person. I mean, it was a situation where this Hunter could have tied easily. Unfortunately, not opting to take the chair on the Mercenary really did cost them. Not bringing that teleport, only going for the blink. That blink is a really good tie build, and they set themselves up nicely to do that. But unfortunately, pushing for that win there did cost them. TVC, excellent communication, knowing where the dungeon was, and the survivors were able to leave, and the Mercenary able to escape out the dungeon. That is going to put TVC on top 3-1. Going into the second half of this first round.
What a start for TVC. This puts a lot of pressure on CCC, their survivor team. Alright, so we are back with the next round. This round we will have TPC hunting, with CCC as the survivors. Yeah, this is CCC is already in somewhat of a rough spot here, considering they, the hunter of, the survivors of TPC just got a 3-man escape, so... In order to win this round, they would have to get 4 people out of the gate, which is...
Absolutely. Very difficult.
Yeah, especially in the first round of a tournament where they do not even get to ban a hunter. It's pretty much nearly impossible, but, you know, anything can still happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you really did see from that first round the survivor-sided aspect of tournament gameplay. You have that 4-person, VC that can really help you promote your rotation, promote your early game, and unfortunately the rotation wasn't too strong from the TVC survivors in the early game, but moving into the later half of the game, that hunter took a while to find after the forward was eliminated, it took them a while to actually find a survivor worth chasing there. And you saw the upside of that 4 rescuer comp, but again, excellent gameplay from both sides. I mean, Fafa, as you can see, is the #1 hunter in the North America European server. You saw some excellent chase job, chasing from Fafa, getting those downs quickly on survivors, but TVC able to prevail on the survivor side there. Now the pressure's on the CCC survivors to at least secure a 3-person escape to at least tie up the round here. And if you're Zeus, you need to tie.
Yeah, so it's Zeus is currently standing on the violinist, which would be an interesting... I don't think we have seen a violinist so far, have we? No, we've seen one, I think.
Yeah, I think we saw one from CCC's hunter last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so too. And I mean, violinist, it's not the worst hunter, but he's definitely not the strongest. Also not necessarily known to be a tie hunter, but since this is a smaller map, Violin is sure able to make some plays, so he definitely has the opportunity to basically pick whatever he feels comfortable with. Since he just needs to get a 2-man elimination. If he can get at least that, he'll be fine. Of course, it would be nice to get a 3 or 4-man elimination, so point-wise you are in the lead. But it's not really that necessary.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at the survivor side from CCC here, this is actually a pretty heavy win comp. I mean, obviously CCC is going for that win. How this team comp works essentially is you have a mercenary and a forward, 2 characters that the hunter really does not want to chase. They're very good kiting characters. They are rescuers. They can take a lot of the hunter's time. You also have that priestess, and priestess again one of the best kiting characters in the game. And you have the explorer. So basically, how this works is the forward and the mercenary are pretty much unchaseable for the most part. You can chase them as a violinist, but it's not likely. And the explorer hides. So you're basically forcing the hunter to chase the priestess. And I'm sure for those of you who play hunter, it's not fun chasing a priestess. Loading into the match here, we are going to see that spawns near top of wedding here, which means someone does spawn top broken. We'll see if the violinist opts to go there immediately here. And it looks like, no, he's going to head over towards middle broken, and that actually is the priestess's spawn. So if he finds the priestess first, that is pretty good. Again, that is one of your ideal chase targets. You don't want to find the mercenary or the forward here. Looking around for the priestess, who has rotated towards this shack here. I think he's located the priestess.
Does seem to be the case, and the track's giving away this priestess location. Suddenly misses that string hit. Nice job by the priestess dodging that one.
Yeah, we are going to see the priestess kite towards this. They are kiting towards... Oh, the explorer's in the area. I don't think he's going to see them there, though. We're going to see that portal from the priestess here. Violinist is going to go through it. Going to drop the pallet as well. And let's see if we can get this note on the priestess. It'll be a big play. He's able to do it. Gets the note on the priestess!
Great job!
And we do see that insolence build from the violinist. So he does have that notes available, which he can use to slow down this character here. 2 portals still available for the survivor, but this is a pretty good start for Zeus so far. Oh wow, just missing that. And this is a good job from the priestess so far. 1 more portal available here. Most likely going to see her use it as quick as possible. And oh, she gets stuck on the wall!
Oh,
He's able to get the down.
Oh, that was really unfortunate for priestess, because if she got that portal off, she would have gained a lot of distance. The forward with the stun though!
Excellent stun from the forward there. This is going to allow the Priestess to potentially get away. No portals. No one portal available. Can she get into this two-story area? She is able to do this here. This is a very short one. Let's see if she can make it to the window, though. It's going to be really close with this slowdown effect here. Can Zeus get the hit? And he is able to get the down on the Priestess. Wow, that is a huge deal. This is still a pretty good start for CCC. They have good Cypher progress. The Mercenary able to pop their Cypher machine shortly. Forward's going to be the one going in for the first rescue, and it looks like Explorer was able to pop a page as well. Can Zeus make it to the chair, though? He's taking a long distance here, and yeah, he is able to do it just in time there.
I think the chair, though, is going to be tough.
Yeah, this is a very, very good camping chair for Hunters. It's very isolated from the rest of the map, and there's not much places for the Survivor to run on to. Looks like the forward's going for the
Whoa,
gets the note to stop the forward!
That was an amazing note right out of that football. Great prediction.
Wow,
He's also full presence now, so that's definitely something they should be careful with.
Yeah, you really see the bonus of that insolence there. It looks like we're going to have the Mercenary be the one going in for the save. It's going to be after half. That was a huge play from this Hunter here, able to stop that. Mercenary's going to elbow. Wow, good elbow pad to avoid the note there. That was pretty impressive. And we're going to see him be able to make the rescue. Unfortunately, after half, though, for CCC. Oh, there's the teleport. Can he get the double hit? Gets the double hit on the Mercenary as well.
So now... And he gets the note on the Priestess as well, so there we have to double down.
We're going to have the double down on the Mercenary. String hit on the Priestess. This is an incredible position for Zeus. We're going to see him just use this portal to make a little bit of distance, slow them down a little bit here. But again, all Zeus needs is a tie in this round here. The TVC Survivor set himself up in a really good position where he has a lot of wiggle room here to kind of do his thing. And we're going to see him most likely, no teleport available, but we're going to see him possibly try to go look for this Mercenary here. Looks like throwing out the notes here. Did one of his notes connect with the Explorer? I don't think it did. If it did connect, it would have actually revealed his location.
Yeah, okay, so or did it? He's running straight towards the Explorer now.
He's heading over towards this area. Explorers. Oh, he's searching for a page. Maybe. No, he's gonna stop searching. Can Zeus find the Explorer?
Find the Explorer though.
Unable to find them there. Unfortunately for Zeus. Throwing out notes in this area. Can he find the Survivors healing up back here? Let's see if he's able to do so. No, it doesn't look like it. And yeah, still looking for this Explorer. The Explorer's already rotated out though. Good hiding job from the Explorer. If you're Zeus here, you really just want to find this forward. The forward doesn't have a lot of football left. There's not much he can do hiding wise. And it looks like he has found the trail of the forward. So let's see what Zeus is going to have to do here. And he's going to tunnel the forward. And he gets the note again! Full presence.
Yeah, he gets the full presence too! Yeah, there's sadly not a lot the forward could do there. Great note.
Great violinist gameplay from Zeus here. Zeus is a top violinist, has been in NAU for a while here. Does he have a chair? Yeah, he's got a chair right here in which he can chair this forward. And this is just excellent gameplay from the Hunter here. Keep in mind, CCC needs a 3-person escape if they want to tie up this round here. I don't think it's going to be the case with the way Zeus is playing this match.
Definitely not. The Mercy is still injured, so the only one who can potentially do the rescue and he's going to come in is the Explorer. But against the full presence violinist, it's going to be really hard.
He gets the note
once again. Yeah, there's
and he's gonna be able to stuff this. He's gonna be able to stuff this Explorer. This is a 4-person elimination looming here for Zeus. He gets it down on the Explorer. He's gonna have to chair him. That's interesting. You really want to push for a 4-person elimination if possible. So chairing him here risks the Mercenary. Oh, he's gonna chair him. This risks the Mercenary reaching the dungeon. If you do secure this kill, of course TVC will have won this first round. But again, the points do matter in the later rounds if the rounds do end in ties. So you really want to try to push for a 4-person elimination if you are this Hunter.
He's heading straight towards the Mercenary now, though. Probably figuring that the dungeon is right over there.
I think he caught under the trail.
Yeah, definitely.
He caught under the trail of the Mercenary. One elbow pad still available, but if he can sit out on the Mercenary, this is going to be the 4-person elimination. Oh, able to dodge the note. That's a good drop from the Mercenary. But can he get the hit? He can. This is a 4. This is it. I think this is a 4-person elimination for Zeus here. As long as he downs them before the Explorer dies, there's the full presence hit
Ooh,
on the
yeah.
Mercenary.
Definitely
It's over.
presence.
2 Cypher Machines remaining. A dominant performance from Zeus here. Really showing that skills. I know Zeus personally, he has said he hasn't played a lot of Hunter recently, but as you can see, he still has the Violinist skills available here. And this is going to put TVC on top 8-1 after the first round.
Yeah, that's
Incredible
an
start for them
amazing
here.
lead for TVC right there. What a great start.
And looking at the statistics here, you did see about a 90-second kite from the Priestess. It was a pretty good job from the Priestess early game. We saw some incredible notes from Zeus, but the camping really made the difference in the match. Zeus was able to stop multiple rescues, get double hits on the Mercenary, and that really did make the difference in this match and prevent CCC from securing that 3-person escape, or any escape at that matter, for that point. But an incredible job from Zeus with that Violinist. Shout out to CCC for playing that well. They tried their best there, but this will be an 8-1 lead again after the first round for TVC.
So now we're gonna head into the next matchup, so we'll be right back with you. Alright, so let's get into the second round between TVC and CCC. So TVC is currently in the lead with the round they just won. Also, point-wise, it is currently 8-1 in favor of TVC. So CCC has quite a bit to catch up with.
Absolutely. Yeah, an 8-1 lead after the first round. Again, this is a best of 3 going by rounds. The points only matter if the rounds ultimately end in ties. So we're getting started here. Most likely from the Survivor side, we're going to see that Soul Weaver ban. We know Fafa is the best Soul Weaver player. I mean, in North America, European server, I think that's kind of a given. So we're going to see the immediate. Oh no, they're hovering over it here. It looks like. I'm actually very excited to see how TVC will go about this with their team comp. They had a very interesting team comp going 4 rescuers against that Soul Weaver in the first round. And I'm really interested to see, again, how they will go about it in this round.
Now hovering on that X-Boy there.
Oh, they're going to ban Axe-Boy. Wow, giving Fafa the Soul Weaver here. They really have confidence after that first round. This is not the best Soul Weaver map. It is very open. There's not a lot of places to put, a lot of the webs, unfortunately. For survivors, unfortunately for the hunter, rather. And we're going to see the Seer and the mechanic ban, so I would expect Fafa to go most likely with an up-down and teleport build. We saw Fafa use that on Moonlit River Park last week on the big maps here, and we'll see if they have to go for it in this round.
It would be really fun to see the Soul Weaver come back for a second round. However, like you said, it's not the best map for Soul Weaver. On the other hand, though, so was Moonlit, and Fafa still managed with that one, so... Definitely, I'm not gonna say that we're not gonna see Soul Weaver here, but it sure is a bit of a risk, especially after the round we just had. TVC does really seem to know how to work around this Soul Weaver, but...
Yeah, it's just, the only thing I wanted to point out here is Fafa going for a Seer and mechanic ban, so giving TVC the same team comp they went for in the first round, and looks like they're just going straight for it. TVC basically saying it worked for us in the first round, we're gonna go for it again here, and Fafa not opting to take off. I'm actually really surprised we didn't see something like a mercenary ban from Fafa here, just based off of the fact that you really want to break up that 4 rescuer strategy from TVC, but just giving it to them here. I guess Fafa. Probably realizing, the 4 rescuers, it is a slow decoding comp. As long as I pressure Cypher Machines a little bit better than I did in the previous round, I could still come out on top in this one.
Yeah, also I do see some people in the chat saying that Lakeside actually is with the Soul Weaver. This is fair. I mean, it's a fairly open map, so like what we saw last week as well, with the snipes the Soul Weaver got on survivors. The fact that it has so little obstacles and there's a lot of obstacles the Soul Weaver can actually shoot over does mean that we may be seeing some more of those sweet snipe shots that we got last week.
Yeah, I think the reason why people are saying that is, it is an open map. There are definitely places where you can snipe those web shots if you catch the survivors lacking. But against a good survivor team, they're really going to have strong enough communication to a point where they're able to communicate if the hunter's opting to go for something like that and potentially watch out for that. And additionally, on a large map with a heavy tie hunter like Soul Weaver, the reason why it can be weak for her is that if a survivor happens to die in a corner and the hunter opts to camp, then the survivors can easily just decode Cypher Machines for free, not go for a rescue, and secure a tie fairly easily. So while it may not be a terrible map for Soul Weaver, it's not the best in that it's very hard to get a win on this map with Soul Weaver.
Also, we see the Gravekeeper actually switching to Cowboy here compared to last round.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to see the Cowboy instead. This is going to be... This is interesting. We did see Gravekeeper. I think what the survivors are going for here is, they kind of acknowledge that Gravekeeper isn't the strongest survivor against something like a Soul Weaver. If you are able to shoot the Gravekeeper out of shovel with that web shot, which we saw in the last round, they can easily get a free hit on the Gravekeeper. So going for the Cowboy here, a little bit different, adjusting the strategy. Cowboy, another slow decoder, but a very strong kiter overall. So again, not opting to avoid using Priestess. I think I would have felt Priestess on a map like this. There's a 2-story area where Priestess can be used quite easily. Yeah, the Survivor's not opting to go Priest, is going for the Cowboy instead is interesting, but again, we'll see how it comes into effect. I would expect the Cowboy to carry Broken Windows as well, since he most likely will be the first kiter. Cowboy being probably the weakest kiter out of this rescue comp. Do you see the Soul Weaver spawn behind Miniboat here, which means someone does spawn middle. That is the forward. The forward opting actually just decode the Cypher Machine, but it looks like the Hunter not going to go for it, heading over towards Shack here. Over in that area, we do have the Mercenary, and I think the Wildling. Yeah, so two. Oh, no, he's going to rotate back around towards middle here, locating the forward. No, Soul Weaver, interesting, taking a weird route here. Kind of just looking around for some survivors. You do find the Wildling first if you go this way, and that is a pretty nice start for TVC.
Yes, definitely. And he runs into the Mercenary, so this is indeed a great start for TVC. This gives them a lot of time to position themselves on a map of this scale.
Yeah, absolutely. Good rotation so far. We do have Quenching Effect plus Teleport available. You see the early rotation from the Cowboy, leaving that Cypher Machine, acknowledging Quenching Effect is coming into play. So the Soul Weaver has no option to actually teleport on them here. And this isn't still too bad for the Soul Weaver. They do have a lot of webs to work with here. We're going to see the forward throw on the pallet. And, oh, just missing the hit there.
That was really close.
Going to see the forward just use some football to transition away yet again here. Going to be able to get the hit there. No blink available for this Hunter here, though. Forward still half a football available. Some of the webs already gone. Only 30 left for the Soul Weaver. Good job from the forward, making the Soul Weaver expend webs early on here. And still has potential to kite here with this football if he uses it properly. And there it is.
There we go with the entire football. So now... Oh no, he gets hit over the window there.
That is a huge hit on the forward. If the forward's able to make it through that window there, they can vault that, get up to the mini-boat area, and revault that window. And that kite will be extended probably an extra 30 seconds. I mean, that is a huge hit from the Soul Weaver. An excellent gameplay from Fafa, getting it down there. Looking at the decoding progress so far, we have the Wildling transitioning in for the rescue. Mercenary Cypher almost primed here. In the middle Cypher, about 50% of the way done. So the Cypher rush so far for TVC isn't the best. However, they are in a situation where they can still play for this tie.
Yeah, definitely, because forward used all this football, so there is nowhere this forward can go unless the Wildling actually finds support forward to get away with it. Especially since it's the first chair, it's very likely. Wow,
Can you get the save before half? It's after half! That's huge!
Oh, this is great for the Soul Weaver.
Can you get the web shot? No, he's going to web shot the forward here. Double web shot for the full presence.
And now it's just... Wow, Del can go after Wildling.
Are they able to get the down? There's the web shot getting the double down
with
here.
the web shots.
A very strong rotation and a very good start from TVC all of a sudden turned into a very tough position for them. If the forward wasn't dead on chair here, the survivors would be in a very strong position, but now the forward's going to be eliminated. There's a chance for the Soul Weaver to chair the Wildling as well if they know the location of them. And it's going to be very hard for them to rebound. Now, keep in mind, it is a Wildling that will get chaired if they do opt to chair the Wildling. They may just teleport away, though, here. We'll have to see. Again, if you chair a Wildling and you rescue that Wildling, they can immediately jump on that boar and transition away here. And it looks like gonna go ahead and share the Wildling. Can they get the selfie off in time? And no, they're not able to do it, unfortunately. We're gonna see the cocoon from the Soul Weaver. Interesting choice to actually use the cocoon now. Yeah, you typically want to save your webs as much as possible, but again, I'm not gonna question Fafa's gameplay. This is the best Soul Weaver in the North America European server, and we're gonna see the Mercenary transition in for the save. Excellent hit early on. Can they stop the rescue? I think they can here.
Teleporting to the cocoon.
There's the web shot, and there's the...
Wow, great stuff by the Soul Weaver there. That is huge.
Yeah, unfortunately, a misstep from the Mercenary. Once you get hit early on there, you really just don't want to go for that rescue. You want to stop trying to perform the rescue. Essentially just back away there and don't risk, getting stuffed there. And unfortunately, for the survivors, it's going to be very difficult. Let's see if he opts to share the Mercenary, though. It looks like... No, he's just going to go ahead and keep decoding this. Cowboy's going to start a new Cypher Machine here. Soul Weaver still teleport is available, but not for another 60 seconds. TVC is still not in a bad position. If this Mercenary self-heals pressures one of the Cyphers, and the Cowboy pressures a different Cypher Machine, they can still put themselves in position to potentially pop the last Cypher. It's going to be close, though. And it looks like the Soul Weaver has located the Cowboy here.
However, the cowboy does have people, so maybe he's able to work away from the air. Doesn't get the speed, he manages to
unfortunately.
right before that.
This is a very tough area for a cowboy against a Soul Weaver. The Soul Weaver can use those webs to catch up instantly. We do see a nice lasso there, avoiding the hit, avoids the second hit as well. Can he get to the window in time as well to avoid getting hit altogether? Does get the web shot, but incredible play from the cowboy, avoiding that hit. That is not easy to do against a Soul Weaver with that speed.
No, that was a great lasso and a great juke to follow that one up.
And dodges the web shot as well. Another lasso here.
Does
able
it
to
again?
avoid the hit again.
Wow. Let's get hit through the pellet, but
Yeah, good mind game from Fafa there. Looking at the decoding progress, it's almost done. Does get the he gets the web shot off. Mercenary needs to leave that Cypher machine before the Hunter can teleport on them. And it looks like they were he caught onto the Mercenary here, unfortunately for the Soul Weaver, or unfortunately for the Mercenary. But this is still not out of range yet for TBC, but Fafa has put themselves in a very good position here. If you down this Mercenary before the Cowboy can get up and work on that last Cypher machine, it looks like a 4-person elimination incoming. Excellent web dodge from the Mercenary here.
Great dodge.
Cowboy is back up, trying to get to that last Cypher machine before the Mercenary goes down. 2 elbow pads available, just trying to kite away from it here. I think the Cowboy most likely will transition to the upstairs area here. Will Fafa go for Mercenary or Cowboy?
It does seem like Fafa is just gonna commit to that machine a bit more, probably knowing that he cannot stop picking him up. And it will take some extra time for the Soul Weaver now to go all the way to Big Bow.
Yeah. And an excellent web dodge again from Arcus. He's been playing this very well so far. We're going to see the dodges this one as well. Goes for the hit, and he gets the hit through the pallet. Good mind game from Fafa here. Can the Cowboy pop the Cypher machine in time? It's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be the case. So he's actually going to opt to, I think he's going to chair the Mercenary. And this is just the safer play. This doesn't risk any sorts of option in the end game here. We're going to see the Cowboy still working on this. The Cypher machine 80% of the way done. If you leave the Mercenary on the ground and the Cowboy pops the Cypher machine, it puts them in a very tough position. And the problem is that the Cowboy had webs on him for a bit there, so the Fafa knows exactly where this character is.
He does manage to get the buff off, however, not a lot of places this Cowboy can go from here.
Yeah,
Especially
unfortunately.
since the
Oh,
red
wow.
pick is
Yeah, there's a down. Excellent mind game from Fafa. I don't know if you noticed, but they used the webs there to shine the light away from the Cowboy so they didn't know where they were coming from. And it really did mind game the Cowboy, able to get the down in that 4-person elimination for Fafa here. And you really see the downside of not banning the Soul Weaver. I mean, I'm really surprised that that TBC opted to go against the Soul Weaver. They were prepared for it in the first round, but unfortunately, an excellent job there. Fafa really came out to play in this round, able to secure the 4-person elimination and putting CCC back in this.
Yeah, that was a great turn of events. Yeah, and like you said, it's really interesting for them not to ban the Soul Weaver. After we've seen what the Soul Weaver is capable of, they probably felt very confident after that first round on Red Church. But wow, what a comeback!
Absolutely, exactly what CCC needed to stay in this. We are going to have, I think, a quick intermission right before moving into the next round here.
Yes,
And,
we're gonna be back in a few minutes, so
yep.
please wait for
See you
us.
then.
Alright, let's get back in with the second part of the second round between CCC and TVC. So what needs to happen here for TVC is to get the 4-man elimination in order to at least tie the rounds. There's certainly no way for TVC to win this round anymore, considering they had a 4-man elimination by Soulweaver earlier on. But since this is a best of 3, if they can tie this round, there's still the third round that could go to either of the two teams. But in the case that TVC doesn't manage to get the 4-man, this round will go to CCC.
Yeah, this is definitely a tough position for Zeus. As you saw in the first round, the TVC survivors put Zeus in a very good position. All he needed was a 2-person elimination, able to get the 4-person elimination, but we are going to see the violinist ban. This is going to be a lot more, this is a lot harder. This is a very large map. It is easy to tie for survivors on a large map like Lakeside Village. Again, these survivors just pushing for at least minimum 1 survivor out is their goal here. We'll see exactly what Zeus is able to pull off against these CCC survivors. Keep in mind, Papa did get that 4-person elimination for CCC, so again, Zeus going for that 4-person elimination, but again, trying to get as many points as possible for TVC overall to prepare them for this third round.
Yeah, it's definitely not gonna be a massive problem if TVC doesn't win this round, but they do need to at least get 2 people elimination in order to maintain their lead. Otherwise, they will actually lose it in favor of CCC. So that's something that Zeus is very careful of. However, it would be ideal for them to get the 4-man as well, as not to give up their lead and not risk CCC potentially taking this game in the third round.
Yeah, looking at the survivor side for CCC, they are playing that double rescue plus Perfumer Seer combo. This is a pretty good team comp. How this works essentially is the Seer really wants to rotate to the best of their ability in the early game. Not only does this work in ranked, this also works, of course, with good communication in tournaments. So basically how it's going to work is as long as your Seer doesn't get down, your survivors are in a very strong position. You really don't want to chase Mercenary or Forward, and it's very difficult to chase a Perfumer with a Seer on the team. Once the Perfumer uses that first Perfume, even if it does get baited out, the Seer can simply owl the Perfumer and force the Hunter to wait out the owl or hit the owl, which allows the Perfumer to get that Perfume back online. However, using a chip hunter like the Sculptor, it is a lot harder for the survivors to execute a strategy along those lines, considering that you can simply chip off the owl, you can chip the Perfumer, making it harder for them to actually perfume properly. And yeah, we'll see how Zeus is able to pull off what he's able to pull off against this team comp from CCC.
Yeah, this is definitely not the best team comp to face a Sculptor with the Seer and the Perfume being very chaseable and somewhat vulnerable. But on the other hand, we do have the Mercenary, we do have the Forward who are able to make some plays. So it's not too bad, but Zeus is probably able to do something with this.
Yeah, we did see Zeus hovering over the Ann earlier on there, but the issue with using Ann is, Ann is a very heavy tie hunter. Sculptor has a lot more win potential because she does have that, that better map pressure using that chisel. So I think that's basically the general idea for Zeus. We're trying to push for that 4-person elimination if possible. Well, Ann may have been a very strong, it was a strong hunter against this team comp. With the Perfumer being on the team, with a Forward being on the team, but Zeus, again, acknowledging, I need a 4-person elimination, that's what I'm going to go for here. And he does rotate towards middle, finding the Forward early on.
So that's definitely not a great start. Could potentially chase the Forward for a bit, especially since the Sculptor does have teleport. But the Forward is not necessarily someone you want to chase in.
Using a lot of football early on. It's a little bit risky. Can you get the stash on the Forward? Not good job on the Forward avoiding that first hit. Zeus going for another one, able to avoid that as well. Good job from the Forward. Does get that first hit on the Forward there. That's a pretty good chip. Let's see if we can just keep capitalizing from this here. And we'll see what Zeus does. Another miss of the statue. Good job from the Forward avoiding all these here. But I think Zeus is going to be able to get this hit here on the Forward. Oh, we're going to see the Owl dropping down with no attack recovery. Expecting to teleport away here. and he does teleport on the Mercenary, unfortunately. If you're Zeus here, you need to head over towards that shack area. You don't want to spend a lot of time on a Mercenary. He can take up a lot of your time. And he is able to locate the Perfumer. Keep in mind, there is no more Owl available for that Perfumer, so it's going to be a lot harder for this Perfumer to cut you.
So it's definitely, especially considering that she has to go all the way to the small book from here.
Gonna see the Perfume here. Not able to go back. Can he get the hit before the Perfume comes back online? And no, he misses the hit there, unfortunately, for Zeus. We're gonna see the Perfumer get that second Perfume here. We'll see what she's gonna do. Probably gonna Perfume back. Yep, there's the Perfume back. Zeus prepared for it. Can you get the statue hit here? Unable to do it. And this is an incredible kite from the Perfumer so far.
You're doing a great job dodging all those statues and then using the Perfume just for a bit because making sure that she doesn't give up the Perfume. Nice Perfume there to get that hit. Does mean that the Perfumer is out of items now, but she is doing an amazing job fighting here.
Yeah, and unfortunately, not only that, Zeus is also out of statues, so Perfumer doing a very, very good job here for CCC. Trying to loop this area as long as possible. Most likely going to vault this for a speed boost, uses to transition away. Able to dodge all of these statues. Oh, excellent statue from the Hunter here. Let's see if he can get the down before she's able to vault this window. I don't think she can. Yeah, no, good job from the Perfumer. Able to avoid that and is able to extend the kite even longer. Again, this is going to be very difficult for Zeus to vault for personal elimination in this scenario. He's finally able to get the down. Does have full presence available, but looking at the decoding progress for the survivors, they already have 3 ciphers with excellent progress. 2 of them almost primed, so this is a very good spot for this survivor team.
Definitely, there's not a lot of skills within them.
Let's see what Zeus can do here against these survivors. Trying that the only real option for this Hunter here is to possibly stuff a rescue. You do have full presence.
Yeah, in case that happens, that would change a lot.
If you have to go for this Terror Shock here. That's your only real chance. And no, unable to get it there. Just the regular hit, yeah. And this is looking very good for CCC. We're going to see the Perfumer transition away yet again. Mercenary and Ford. No, it's like Seer and Ford working on the last 2 ciphers. That last cipher is that middle one. Zeus, if he wants any chance here, he needs to get the Perfumer down quickly. Good job avoiding that hit there.
The Perfumer is doing such an amazing job fighting this sculptor.
Absolutely. Vault that window, keep transitioning. This is an excellent kite here. Able to avoid this statue as well. And trying to stay alive as long as you can in this area here. It's a very difficult kiting area, but excellent mind games from her here. And still able to avoid this hit. Wow.
Is this Perfumer actually gonna be able to kite long enough to Cypher Pop without... Yeah, there we go with the Cypher Pop. Wow, amazing kiting by Perfumer.
Let's see the teleport to the exit gate here. Oh, caught the forward search on the chest, unfortunately. Maybe a little bit of mix up from the forward there, I'm not sure, but he's going to go down. They do have the other exit gate being worked on. If you're Zeus here, you have to share this forward as quick as possible and try to catch up to one of these survivors. I don't think it's going to be a possibility, though, here, unfortunately. And if you're the TBC Hunter, you really just want to tie. Because if CCC gets a 3-person escape here, they will have tied up in points and rounds. And you really just want to keep the lead possible.
On the exit gate. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
So that basically means that this round will go to CCC.
Yeah, it looks like CCC able to make the 3-person escape there. That will tie it up on points as well. It will be 9-9 after the first 2 rounds here.
What a comeback from CCC there.
Absolutely. And this is just an incredible job from not only from Fa, but also from the CCC survivors. Perfumer, an excellent kite there.
Yeah, at 143 seconds, that's insane. It was, and only getting chaired once as well. That was amazing. That was such a great kite. So does this mean that we go into a 3rd round? And like you said, it's 9-9, so anything can happen.
Yeah, we're going to be going into a 3rd round here. If this last round does end in a tie, we will actually be playing a 4th round tiebreaker. How that works is essentially If that whoever wins the fourth round tiebreaker basically wins. If that round ends in a tie, it goes off of which survivors escaped quicker or which hunters eliminated the survivors quicker. And it will be timed if it gets to that scenario. But yeah, currently tied up between TBC and CCC, and excited to see how this last round will play out.
Yes, definitely. So we will be back in another minute. So please hang in there. It's gonna be worth it. Alright, we are back with the third round.
Yeah, it is going to be. It's currently everything is tied up 9-9. We are currently tied in rounds and points. So this is a situation where if this round does end in a tie, we will be playing a fourth round tiebreaker. However, if one team does come out victorious in this round, they will be the winner of the best of three. It is Ever Sleeping Town. We do have CCC's Hunter first against TVC Survivors. So let's get into it.
So we haven't seen a lot of Ever Sleeping in this tournament, so that will be fun to see how they are gonna utilize this map. Somewhat more of a survivor-sided map though, which is gonna be really rough on the Hunter side, considering there's 2 Hunter bans as well. Going with the Soul Weaver ban, which was to be expected. That was to be expected in this case.
Especially on a map like this, there's a lot of areas where the soldier can use those webs to kind of pop off, get those speed boosts, and catch up to the survivors easily. And not only that, looking at Ever Sleeping Town, it's interesting. Like you said, Ever Sleeping Town in China is actually one of the most common first round map picks, but over here in the North America European server, we haven't seen it being used as much, especially not in league so far. So it is. We are finally seeing it here. Third round, we are going to see a Priestess, Seer, and Mechanic ban from Fafa, giving the survivors their 4-person rescue comp yet again. And I think TVC will most likely just go straight for it, like they kept doing in these last rounds. And it looks like forward, Wildling, Mercenary, and most likely going to see the Gravekeeper yet again from Tartarus, I believe is how you pronounce that. And Fafa hovering over Feaster. I personally am a Feaster main myself, so I'd love to see a Feaster here.
Oh yeah, that would be really nice to see. However, since this is a full rescue comp, it's gonna be rough for Feaster. This is not gonna be easy on him. Seeing the Explorer, first time seeing Decoder today from TPC.
And looks like from Fafa, going over to Anne here. Actually, against a 4-person rescue comp, Feaster is not actually as strong. You can chase a forward, you can chase a Gravekeeper, but they can waste a lot of your time. Feaster does very well against teams without a lot of rescuers. You can stuff rescues pretty easily. But against an Explorer, Feaster is one of the very few hunters that can actually find Explorer pretty easily. They can use those tentacles to point the location of the closest survivor, and they can find a hiding Explorer pretty easily. So that could be a good selection from Fafa here if you're able to find that Explorer early game. It could be very strong, but it looks like hovering over the Anne here. And against the 4 Rescuer Explorer comp is really not very strong, considering that if forward can hit you for a while, you can't chase the Wildling. Oh, we're going to see Gravekeeper as well. You can't chase a Gravekeeper as an Anne. I mean, you can, but Gravekeeper, and it looks like, we're going to switch back to Feaster there, because Gravekeeper, once you get those cats on you, you can instantly shovel, and it makes it so the cat gets removed. So Gravekeeper is actually a very strong counter to that Anne. So once Fafa seeing that Gravekeeper coming back into play here, it looks like going for that Feaster strategy.
Yeah. No, it's totally fair from Fafa to he was probably doubting between the two, and then seeing the Gravekeeper pop up and just say, you know what, I am gonna play it safe. I'm gonna go with that Feaster here.
Yeah, and not only that, Feaster is a very strong character for a map like Ever Sleeping Town, where Anne isn't necessarily as good. There are a lot of 2-story areas in which you can kite those Anne. You kite the Anne pretty easily. And there's a lot of strong windows, like the Graveyard window. If you get catted at that window, you vault it and transition away. It's hard for the Anne to actually catch up before the cat wears off. So Feaster has tentacles. You can use them to block off the alleyways, making it very hard for the survivors to transition to new kiting areas. But again, against a rescue-heavy team comp, Feaster's not as good. Wildling can make rescues fairly easily. Mercenary can as well. You really, as a Feaster, you want to cut off the rescuer from a distance, hit them, and then you have a tentacle on chair which you can throw down as they reach the chair and potentially stuff the rescue or double hit the rescuer. But again, with a Mercenary, it's a lot harder because they can elbow pad past you, and the Wildling can just go all the way up to the chair without getting hit.
Plus, the other thing that may happen is they don't necessarily have to decide to actually go for the rescues. Because if they can manage to at least play for a tie or so, it will put some pressure on their hunter. But it's the safer option compared to trying to go for rescues, where it would be a huge risk and there is a risk of getting stuffed. So
Mm-hmm.
That's also something, and if they can manage to contain Feaster long enough, especially early game, they can definitely put him in a rough spot there too.
Yeah, it's really going to come down to this Survivor team's rotation. Feaster is a very slow hunter. This is a pretty large map, Ever Sleeping Town. You can promote rotation pretty effectively if, as a Survivor team, if done properly. So we'll have to see how TBC is going to go about this here. And again, Feaster, very slow hunter, can get rotated a lot early game. So I'm actually very curious to see if Fafa goes for a teleport build or goes for a different trait such as Peepers or Blink. I personally would go for Blink with this sort of team comp. You have to chase a rescuer, being most likely Gravekeeper or forward. So the Blink will help you get that down early on. And but we'll have to see. Looks like we're going to see the Geisha Gate spawn from the Feaster here, which means the key spawn is Graveyard Gate. We'll see if the Hunter opts to go over there. Most likely not. Oh, we're actually seeing Peepers from Fafa. This is very risky against a good kiting team. You really want to use that Blink to try to get it down early on against a slow decoding but heavy rescue team comp. But no, going for that Peepers, looking at the build as well. No Berserker, so that's going to be very hard. Does find the Gravekeeper early on here. Ooh, and a quick shovel from the Gravekeeper. Potentially running into the Hunter. Yeah, it looks like it. We'll see if Fafa's able to get the hit here. No, but the pallet's already thrown down. Excellent setup here from the Gravekeeper. Already prepared for this situation. Wow.
Gravekeeper doing a really great job, not taking any risk there, and just playing it safe, pulling down those pellets, getting the shuffle as soon as the heartbeats start coming up. Does get out of without the shuffle right there, but this is a good start for the Gravekeeper.
We're going to see Fafa try to use this tentacle to get a hit on the Gravekeeper. Good job from the Gravekeeper avoiding the hit, getting the broken window speed. He's going to use this to transition away here. Looking at the decoding progress so far, it looks like 50% progress on all of the Cypher machines so far. Okay, the Gravekeeper, you need to avoid this tentacle. Does avoid the tentacle and gets the shovel off in time.
Nice
This is
job.
a very incredible kiting job from the Gravekeeper so far. Can he avoid the tentacle as well? He is able to do so.
Avoids 2 tentacles and takes the 2 regular hits with the shuttle. That's an amazing job. However, Gravekeeper doesn't have any items to fight with. Does have the...
Can he get on the tram as well?
Yes,
and
he can.
able to get on the tram before the Feaster can. Can the Feaster get on the tram with him? No, it doesn't look like it. And he's forced to transition targets or catch up to the Gravekeeper slowly. And the only survivor nearby is the Wildling. Can drop a Peeper here, but the Gravekeeper is able to get away. TVC playing this incredible so far.
The Gravekeeper is doing such a great job containing the Feaster here. Didn't even take any hits whatsoever outside of those shuffles. It's really good. Does run into the fold here though.
Good dodge. Was he gonna avoid
Well,
by the tram? Oh,
almost got hit by the tram there.
I think Gravekeeper can take the... No, it looks like Forward's gonna be the one taking the tram. I'm pretty sure Gravekeeper could take it again since this is the second time since he came back around. I don't know if the cooldown was up yet though. I'm not actually sure. We're gonna see
the... He also want to decide to just stay in his grouper area.
Yeah, just dying away from all the cycling.
Ooh, touches the tentacle and gets the pellet stun off.
This is an incredible kite from Tartarus so far. Able to avoid all these hits. Looking at the decoding progress, they have progress on the last 2 ciphers already. Able to vault the window, get the broken window speakers in transition. This is almost a 5-cipher kite at this point. This is incredible.
This is insane. What a kite by the Gravekeeper.
I see him drop the feet. Avoid the hit as well. We're going to see him try to kite this area as long as possible. Going to go ahead and vault this. Can he avoid the tentacle? Going to remove it before the Feaster can get it. Gets the vault off. And gets the hit though over the wall.
But we can see the board already being at 50 or 40% with his ciphers. They have a lot of progress, but this is only the first chair.
Yeah, now the only downside to this is he did die near that mercenary cipher. So the Feaster can pressure this here, and it's really going to come down to whether or not the Wild can make the save. He's going to get the hit. This is going to feed him full presence. Now, full presence Feaster is very strong. Did he curse mark the mercenary though? Oh, he did. He curse marked the mercenary. This is going to be very hard for the Feaster to camp. He no longer. What's the template? Can he get the rest off in time?
Oh, he does get it off in time. Oh, that was really close though.
That was crucial.
Doesn't get the double hit on the Wildling.
Yeah, unable to get the double hit as well. If you're the Feaster, you need to keep pressuring this middle Cypher. He's going to go ahead and curse mark the Mercenary. So when the Gravekeeper goes down, a Tentacle's going to spawn near the Mercenary. Can he avoid it, though? Oh, no, he wasn't able to get it. He was able to get that curse mark snipe on the Mercenary there, which means the forward will most likely be the one going in for the rescue. That last Cypher Machine, though, 70% of the way done. Can they make the rescue, though, in time here? Feaster is going to have to do a very good job camming up this last share if they want to keep time.
Gravekeeper, by the way, doing a great job getting away from that Cypher, so now they can safely decode it and pop it when the forward manages to get the rescue off. Forward does have some more room to work with now that the Cypher is likely gonna be primed.
Yeah, that Cypher
Oh,
Machine is primed.
Gets
Oh, he
the
gets
stun!
the incredible
And that's a
stun from
long
the
stun too,
forward.
so now he just gets the free rescue basically.
They may just pop the Cypher Machine. I think we're going to see most likely the forward lead the hit. Let's keep in mind there is trying to avoid toxic emoting, so we'll have to worry about that later. But able to avoid the Tentacle here. He's probably just going to hit him here most likely. Going to take the hit. They're going to pop the last Cypher Machine. If you're the Gravekeeper here, you need to stay alive as long as possible. He's going to vault this window here. No, he's going to avoid it. Can he get on the tram as well? He's going to be able to get on the tram here, it looks like. And wow, this is an incredible job. And the only character over here is the Wild.
No, he gets stunned by the train! Oh no!
This is going to buy TBC so much extra time.
Yeah, that buys a lot of time for them. Oh no, that's so unfortunate. Poor Feaster.
Looking at the exit gate decoying parts, he's going to teleport on the gate. The Mercenary not able to get it open in time. So if you're TBC, you need to diversify your exit gates here. We're going to see the elbow pad yet again from the Mercenary pushing this other exit gate. If you're the Mercenary, you need to transition back towards the other gate and open it here. You cannot have all four of your survivors rushing this one gate because Fafa's going to transition over here. And this is a very rough position actually for TBC. You have all four survivors on one side of the map trying to get this one gate open, but they're able to get it open in time.
Ooh, and nice rush by the Merc, getting past the Feaster there. So now that only leaves the Gravekeeper, who is heading towards dungeon. That's a 4-man escape.
He's able to make it to the dungeon. A 4-person escape for
way.
TBC. Incredible job from the
Wow.
TBC survivors. And that's incredible. I mean, that kite from, I think the biggest turning point in this match was the kite from the Gravekeeper. Incredible job
definitely.
from Tartaris there.
That kite was insane.
I mean, he kited map to map. I don't know. Do you have the stats up? I don't even know how long that was. But
the Gravekeeper actually contained the Hunter for a total of 173 seconds. That's insane.
Wow. Incredible job from TBC. Even you look at that rotation, the rotation from the survivors wasn't the best. They found the Gravekeeper early on, but you really see Gravekeeper a pretty strong counter to Feaster, forcing them to hit them out of shovel. And TBC put themselves in a position. All their Hunter needs to do is get a 1-person elimination if they want to win here. Yeah, I mean, just incredible job from TBC survivors. Excellent stun from the forward. Good rescues overall. Good usage of the tram as well from the Gravekeeper there.
Yeah, definitely. That was, wow. And I mean, the fact that they actually managed to, cause it's not just, almost 5-cypher kite the Gravekeeper managed to do, but also kiting, for, what was it? I think 3.5 ciphers on a team comp with 4 rescuers, so
Absolutely.
having the Wildling and the forward as the slowest decoders in the game and still managing to kite for that long, that's absolutely insane.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, if you're TVC Hunter, you need a 1-person elimination. I would expect most likely to see an and from Zeus here. Again, you're in a position where you need to kill 1 survivor to win the match here. So we'll see how CCC is going to go about this. And that was just, not only that, is you have incredible communication from the TVC survivors. I'm sure they're communicating where the trim is, where each survivor was, so you can kite away from the Cypher machines. You see the Gravekeeper pretty much able to kite away from every single Cypher machine, not disrupting any of the decoding progress, with a slow decoding team still able to make it to a point where they're able to pop all the Cypher machines by the time the Gravekeeper, before the Gravekeeper even was eliminated from the game. And TVC again boasting that 4 rescuer comp, showing that it really is effective against a lot of these hunters, especially with that incredible early game kite from their survivors.
Yeah, no, that was absolutely insane. Yeah, this does mean that CCC needs to get a 4-man elimination here in order to tie these rounds. And then it will go into a 4th round, like you said earlier. But yeah, getting the 4-man escape here, that's gonna be rough. It's gonna be really rough.
Absolutely. We're going to see. I think we're ready to go here.
Yeah, no intermission. I think
gonna
we'll
go
just
ahead and
go
get into
right
it.
in.
It's already been a long day. You know?
Yeah, it's past 1 a.m. here too, so. But on the other hand, I would love to see a 4th round because having 2 teams that are so close to each other in skill, I love to see it. It's absolutely amazing. It makes for really exciting gameplay. So.
Absolutely. I think we're gonna get started here, and moving into the last round. CCC needs a 4-person escape. This is going to be very difficult. We do see Violinist and Disciple as the bans here. I think CCC is acknowledging. I keep saying it so many times. Is acknowledging that Disciple is a very good tie hunter. They're not very good for winning. It's very hard to win with Disciple, but it is very easy to secure a tie, or at least a 1-person elimination. Disciple has very good chase, so.
Yeah, indeed, and it's not really something they can afford. However, we did see Zeus play Sculptor earlier on. Will he actually play Sculptor out again, or will he decide to go for something else?
Yeah, and keep in mind, this is a very good Sculptor map. The narrow alleyways are very good for statues. It makes it very hard for survivors to dodge them. And it looks like from Zeus, he has a lot of wiggle room here. It's a lot of leeway to work with. You can basically put yourself in a position where banning these survivors to the best of ability. Okay, so basically how these survivor bans work is he's banning the forward. Okay, forward is a game-changing survivor. This forward can turn losses into ties into wins, and wins into 4-person escapes with that harassing. So removing that forward as an option from these survivors here, Zeus is basically just saying, like, I'm not giving you, if I'm able to get it down early on in the game, I'm not giving you any chance of coming back in this. Additionally, doing that with the Priestess. Priestess can help support, turn short kites into long ones, especially on a map like Ever Sleeping Town. And the mechanic is pretty obvious, try and slow down that Slifer progress as much as possible. And we'll see how that works out for him here.
Currently standing on the Undead. That's an interesting thing. I mean, the good thing about Ever Sleeping, especially for Undead, is that it's very, how do you call it here? It doesn't have as much obstacles, a lot of like open alleys. So it's really good for his dashes. However, and that in itself, because of how he works with how he cannot really chair anyone, is somewhat of a risk. But since he basically only needs 1 person down, he does really have a lot of room to work with.
A lot of room to work with. Yeah, I mean, going for the Percy here. Percy is very strong. Percy's actually very strong against a heavy rescuer comp, which is what the team might be going for here. But the problem with Percy is actually a hunter that can get 4-person escape pretty easily if you make mistakes early game. And it looks like switching over to possibly Bloody Queen. No, going back to the Sculptor. I think against this team comp, Sculptor is definitely the best option. It is Ever Sleeping Town, which is a weak map for survivors against the Sculptor, and Sculptor is very effective against something like a Gravekeeper and a Perfumer. You can ship both of them out of their shovels, out of their perfumes, and put yourselves in a position where you can get downs pretty easily. So, Zeus had a rough time with the Sculptor in the previous round, but going into this round, I think Sculptor is definitely the best option for him.
Yeah, definitely. Especially since Ever Sleeping is a way better map for Sculptor than Lakeside is. However, it did not yet lock into Sculptor, so may still decide to change. Did see that Wu-Chang in earlier, so I was kinda hoping for some Wu-Chang gameplay, but it's probably a bit too much to hope for. Yeah, Sculptor would be a really fair pick, especially considering the team comp with the Perfumer. Even though Perfumer did an amazing kite last game on the side.
Yeah.
And does seem to be indeed the Sculptor there.
Yeah, I think if you're Zeus here, basically your ideal strategy, again, you're going for a one-person elimination, so I would expect him most likely just to go Sculptor with Blink, just straight up. Probably an up-down build. Prioritize your early game chase. Treat it like a 1v1 in a manner of speaking, right? You want to build that fast pallet breaking speed. You want to build to having Blink, probably detention as well for the late game. You don't really care about trump card. You're not trying to go for a win. You're not trying to even go for a tie. I mean, you just need that one-person kill. So prioritizing that early game, if you're Zeus here, is your ideal strategy. You could also bring teleport. It is a large map, which does promote rotation. And I'm actually curious why CCC opting not to go with a Seer. They have Seer as an option here, but opting not to go down that route.
Maybe feeling that this might be a Sculptor, so that Seer is a bit tricky. However, on the other hand, they still do have Perfumer, so...
Yeah, it is a bit tricky, but Seer does help with the early game rotation. You can see where the Hunter is going at the start of, at the start of the match. As a Survivor team, if you know your key spawns, that does definitely help. But Seer does add a little bit of extra benefit to the Survivor team from that. So we'll see what Zeus opts to go for here. Looking at his build, he does have Teleport and Insolence. So Insolence as well, very good for early game chase. It does help you build up your presence pretty easily. So
yeah,
we'll have to see
she does want
how
to
this
get
works
to
for him.
full presence as soon as possible, of course, because once that Sculptor gets to full presence, it's GG.
Does find the Wildling first here. Immediately going to go ahead and leave him here. Good rotation from the Survivors. Finding the Mercenary next as well. This is not ideal. Let's see if we can get a hit on the Mercenary with this statue. Just going to go ahead and burn an elbow pad to transition away here. Perfumer all the way in Graveyard. So if you're Zeus here, you want to wait for your teleport here. You're going to find the Gravekeeper in this area. What this does is you know where every single Survivor is, which means the last wiggling Cypher has to be the Perfumer, and that is the Graveyard Cypher. So if you're Zeus here and you see this is the Gravekeeper, you're most likely going to teleport to Graveyard. See what he opts to go for. No, he's going to continue after the Gravekeeper, not opting to teleport on the Perfumer. He should know where the Perfumer is based off the situation. Ooh, an early vault from the Gravekeeper, unfortunately, though. Can he chip him out of the shovel?
Ooh,
Oh, he's able to get the knock out of the shovel there.
That was a great knockdown.
There's the statue, and he does get the pallet stun.
Nice pallet stun there by Gravekeeper, but those were two amazing statues.
We're going to see him use that spike to catch up to the Gravekeeper. Can he get the hit with the statue? No, unable to do that here. Oh, he does get the statue hit on the Gravekeeper. Can he get the down before the shovel comes back online? I don't think he's going to be able to. He's able to walks through the pallet. Can he get the hit?
Yes,
gets the count on the Gravekeeper. That is actually a game changer. The reason why is Gravekeeper has another shovel available, and he goes down without being able to utilize that second shovel. He's also able to chair him near two Cypher machines, the Perfumers and the Mercenary. So that was a huge hit right there. Able to get the down before that shovel came back online, and Zeus has put himself in position exactly where he needs to be to get that one-person elimination.
Yeah, this is the best case scenario for TPC right here. So do have the Mercenary coming in. Since there's still 3 Cyphers remaining there, we can leave it on spot. Oh no! It gets hit right out of the shovel there because of the statue.
Wow,
Oh no, that was
statue
so
rebounding.
unlucky.
Unfortunate from the Gravekeeper there. Did not see the statue rebounding there, and he's actually dying in the middle here. This is going to allow the Wildling to potentially harass. The only downside to this is it's on one of the Survivor Cypher machines, so dying here is very risky. Let's see what Zeus can do here with this harasser, though.
Wildling actually be able to make a play.
Does get the hit there. Can he knock him off of wall with these statues? And no, unable to do it. He does get him off the
able
board.
to do it.
And he gets the hit on the Wildling. No boar available, no harassing at all for this Wildling. He's going to be able to share him here. This is the second share for the Gravekeeper. Looking at the decoding progress, Perfumer Cypher. They have 3 Cypher machines almost primed, actually. They have one 50% and 2 Cyphers at 90.
The
But
Mercenary gets found by that chisel.
if you're the Survivors, you need to have the the Perfumer go for the rescue. But it looks like it's going to be the Mercenary. Possibly here, I'm not sure. No, Perfumer is coming in for the rescue.
The Mercenary, I think, following, so they may be trying to get going for the cold rescue.
Yeah, it's going to knock down the Wildling here. No Tide Counter available. He downs. This is going to be it. He gets the down on the Gravekeeper. All he has to do is chair this Gravekeeper. That will be the one-person elimination necessary for the win. And that is going to be it for this round. That is the one-person elimination. TVC will be winning this round with that kill here. Incredible job from both teams here, but we're going to go ahead and play out the rest of this round. Looks like Perfumer popping that last Cypher Machine here, and Mercenary trying to go pressure another Cypher Machine if possible. Looks like we're going to see Perfumer sneak in for the rescue here. Keep in mind, this is a Wildling, so once you go for this rescue, the Wildling can immediately hop on that boar and potentially rebound Kite here, and you're kind of forced to switch targets as a hunter. Wow, excellent perfing for the Perfumer, not taking any damage there.
Ooh, no, gets down before he can actually get on his board.
Yeah, gets it down. Unfortunately, the Wildling getting farmed off the chair there. If you're the Perfumer, you really wanted to take that hit to allow the Wildling to get on that board, but unable to do that. Can you get the down on the Mercenary as well? Able to dodge that first hit there. We're going to see a second rescue here, but the Wildling for this, the board for the Wildling unable to get back online most likely, and there is the body block from the Perfumer that was necessary.
Mercenary did go down though with that statue. So...
Oh, he did? I didn't even realize that. Wow.
He did go down on that statue. Perfumer out of Perfume trying to open that. Gets down. Nice job by Sculptor.
Yeah, this is looking like
Zeus
a potential...
is really coming back from last game.
Absolutely. And again, you can see the difference between maps here. You know, Zeus eliminating the forward as an option. It didn't make too much of a difference in the last match, but the map difference is really big. Lakeside Village is a lot harder for Sculptor. There is a lot of narrow areas on this map, though, that Sculptor can utilize those statues. And I think at this point, the survivors will most likely just give it up in this position. And yeah, it looks like this is going to be a 4-person elimination for Zeus here. And again, TVC already secured what they need to win this round here.
It's really nice sportsmanship on either side. Love to see that. But yeah, this is it's definitely a 4-man elimination. Great job by Zeus there.
See him get on the boar after the getting hit with Tide Turner here, and
there we go with the
let's see if Zeus gets hit by the train.
Imagine if he got hit by the train. Oh, that was really close. Wait.
That is the 4-person elimination for TVC and Zeus here. That is going to be a final score of 19-9. TVC winning the best of 3, winning the first round. CCC winning the second, and TVC winning the third, with a final score again of 19-9. And yeah.
CCC really put up a great fight, especially that comeback they had in the second round was absolutely insane. But then TVC pulling through with that 4-man escape in the round we had earlier. It's just, that was a huge game changer, and there was not a lot that CCC could do there because there was a lot of pressure on the surviving team, and it's really hard to get a 4-man escape as a surviving team, especially since hunters like Sculptor exist. But yeah, they really put up a great fight, and they came really close to basically just changing the entire game in the second round. So yeah, great job by both parties.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is going to move TVC to 1-1 for their overall record, and CCC, I believe, to 0-2 at this point. And yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for week 2 here. And we will be back with week 3 next week. So hopefully to see you guys all there. And yeah.
Thanks everyone for watching, and just hopefully see you next week. Bye bye.